And we're back with more BSL. I hope you missed us because it's good to be here. I'm Rapid with Nyoka and, of course, Zero behind the scenes. I just want to give a quick shout out because it's not just us that do everything. Well, you know, we kind of do most. No, I'm just kidding. There's a huge crew behind everything that happens at BSL. So if you type !crew, you can see everybody else that is involved. So big thanks to everybody for supporting BSL. We're back with Season 7. So sick, and we're getting into what should actually be a pretty cool group, but I definitely don't know as much about this group as I did about the previous one. It's a little bit hard to predict Group B or Group D, Nyokin.
Yeah, this group looks pretty even to me. DNMax is a Peruvian Protoss, really good. Casper, really good Russian Terran. SPX, good Russian Terran, and then we've got Avilove, the hope of Foreign Brood War, right? Who plays Zerg. Like, I feel like anybody can make it out of this group. It's just going to come down to who's playing well on this day and executing. I
think SPX has to be kind of the favorite for me. I think every time I've seen him play, especially at the 20th anniversary event, and then in a lot of those like random Russian StarCraft 1 tournaments out there, SPX always does like pretty well. Very, very strong player, but I mean, Casper always capable of making some things happen. I don't know what to expect from DNMax. I think I've seen that guy play like once before, maybe. But you know, we've got 5 best of ones to find out what's going to happen. So that's going to be what's coming up next. Also, if you missed the first series, then you can go back and watch it. But there are the spoilers. It was Eon, Zerg, and Castro that made it out in the end. So here's a look at DNMax and Casper, which I guess is going to be our first match. It's a TVP. I want to see them play a TVP on New Bloody Ridge. Like, I feel like if you say that something is a way, it's, you know, that's one thing. But when you can finally show people, look, it really is, it do be like that, then that can be a graphic reminder, and it'll give both of us some time to soapbox, which is always fun.
I mean, I kind of want to see it just to demonstrate the power of the carrier, but also don't want to see it because I know what's going to happen. In DNMax's style, he's someone like Boneth who is pretty aggro with his Zealot in the beginning, but Casper is equally aggro. This guy is so aggro. Like Terran versus Zerg, I don't know if you guys remember in the previous BSL, like he was like going ample style, like 3 rack stimming and stuff like that. In Terran versus Terran, when I play him on the ladder, this guy is hyper aggro. So this would be definitely a super aggro game. But in my experience, aggro versus aggro and Terran versus Protoss, goons are a good unit, man. And Protoss just always kills them. So I feel like DNMax is going to have an advantage here.
Well, there's only one way to find out. We're both in the lobby, ready to go. Our first map is going to be Power Bond, so we won't get to have our guilty TVP Bloody Ridge pleasure just yet. Maybe later, we'll find out. But yeah, this is going to be game number 1 on Power Bond between... man, did I just like really forget the players again? I'm so bad at this. It's DNMax and Casper. Let's go. Whoosh. I have a hard time with Casper because we just cast Castro, and also we're casting, so there's lots of casts going on. But in the upper right-hand corner of the map, in the green, this is Casper, of course, representing Peru, or no, Russia. Never mind.
And in the bottom middle, we've got a really strong, I'm going to say somewhat unknown, South American Protoss. It is DNMax.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say kind of unknown. I don't think he streams. If he does, I've never watched it, so maybe I need to tune in.
Yeah, so DNMax, my experience, like I said, aggro with the initial few units, whether it's goons or zealots, and then he likes to go into carriers. And already the spawns are pretty good for carriers. If we get to that point, how do you engage carriers over this high ground at the bottom side of Casper's base? I'll tell you, Rapid, you don't. So Casper may be looking to end it fast, and that's what Casper's known for. He's really, really aggro. He may even go for something like a 2-fact on one base, go Artosis style. So I'm curious to see what the strat is going to be coming out of our Terran player.
I would say if Casper's known for something, it's encouraging donations, but as far as his play style, you're correct about that. In general, pretty aggro. So, I mean, we're not seeing any like 8 racks or anything super crazy like that. I don't think that counts as aggro. I think that counts as optimistic, where you just really hope it works out some of the time. But well, at least for now, I don't think anything out of the ordinary is happening. No forward gateways on the other side.
We've got a little bit of an unstandard play because there's no gas. So DNMax doing what he does is going to be a few couple zealots. Now, this doesn't have to be that many zealots. It could just be 2 or 3. Okay, he does go gas. Something I've been running into more often is players go build 1 zealot to put pressure and then build a nexus behind. And it's kind of hard to deal with because if a zealot keeps you in your base or just forces a lot of marines, the nexus ends up going unpunished. But we don't see that this time. DNMax got off a first scout, confirms that Castro's going gas. I think that's pretty much expected, though. But yeah, how's DNMax going to transition out of this?
Yeah, for DNMax, I'm just waiting for Casper to pull the trigger. Obviously, getting rid of the probe is priority number 1 before you try anything, really sneaky. But let's see. Okay, he is going to keep the probe in the base. So, what's coming up next? It's a factory. All right, I don't think that was rocket science that was going to be the case, but at least DNMax can see that, scout it out, and know what's coming. But you're right, he is going to go for those zealots. Whoa, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, he got one of the SCVs. Now, something that DNMax should have noticed is that Casper only pulled 1 off gas, and then he delayed pulling off the second one. And he's putting back onto gas again. There it is. We've got 2 FAC coming up. But this zealot's going to see it because 3 marines don't beat 1 zealot, so he's already going to see exactly what Casper is doing. But DNMax was going for 2 gate anyways.
I love watching 3 marines run away from a zealot chasing them, and it was like single file too, and the zealot's still killing all of them. This is like watching Freddy Krueger versus like a house full of like scared campers. It's just like, it's not even close. Like one guy's got 2 psi blades and the other guys have like, I don't know, water guns. It's just not very effective. Oh, he's gonna get another one? No. Ugh, what a dream.
Yeah, but this is already a lot of damage, forcing out a vulture that he doesn't want to build. Okay, Zealot's gonna go down this time. That Zealot's gonna go down, but doesn't matter. We've confirmed what Terran's going for. Now the SCV did get a good scout off. Okay, we've got 2 gate into delayed DT. Now if Casper goes into vulture style, that's gonna be a perfect counter for him. But if he tries to go for something like the Jojo style with 3 tanks and go, it's gonna be a disaster.
Jojo style. This is a new one on me.
Okay, so Jojo. Oh, I thought that might be a starport. So Jojo's a very old Terran player. He has a very famous game versus Boxer a long time ago. You should look that up on Paradox. Crazy game. He was also a race picker. He was a Protoss and Terran, but he had a good Terran versus Protoss build. He just killed everybody with it. It was 3 tanks and just go with a couple Marines and rally vultures. Killed everyone. And that looks like what we might be seeing because we got well, actually Casper's just transitioning out of this. I guess he feels like his hand has been exposed. So he's just going to try and transition into a normal game from here.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what he's going to be spinning out of this. Okay, obviously siege mode first, but this is going to look a little bit weird because you're not going to have like that standard. Whenever I watch my TVPs, if it's been a stressful day or I just want to relax, I expect to see some Dragoons hitting bunkers, okay? Obviously, that's not going to quite be the case this time around, but the Dragoon will have at least that soft, I don't know what you want to call that, soft contain. It's like the softest contain possible. It's literally a Dragoon, and it's not even going to be able to stick around once the siege mode finishes. So there we go, siege mode is out, and so is the Dragoon.
Well, now DNMax can confirm that he's not getting pushed, and I'm just looking for Casper. Is there an eBay anywhere? Armory, straight armory, which is extremely risky because we saw Protoss going for 2 gate. So Casper rolling the dice here that DNMax is going mass goons, and he's going to get an unfortunate welcome because this DT is about to be at his base. I don't see an eBay anywhere. I don't see an academy anywhere.
Yeah, wait, what's the plan here? Like I said, like usually when you set up your traditional TVP natural expansion, you're going to get your your bunker up, and then you put just like the DT turret there, right? So that they can't just run in. But now there's nothing. So this KP boy is going to kill just about everything here. So that's 1 tank, 1 Marine, 2 Marines, 3 Marines. And now he's just desperately blocking the entrance to the main. Panic mode. He's halfway done on his academy, Nyoken.
We shut down the Nat. We've already got our Nat set up for Protoss behind this. What'd I tell you? So normally you would think that this is going to be fast Arbiter, but this has got to be carriers. This is what DNMax does. He gets an early lead. He knows Terran can't attack him, and he goes into that imbalanced unit, the carrier. Show me that fleet beacon. Put it down. Is that it? Do it.
Where is it? Where is it going to be? I'm just waiting. I mean, what's he going to build out of the Stargate? Scouts? Like, no.
Well, meanwhile, this hold position of the SCVs under the command center was actually ingenious from Casper. It delayed the DT getting into the main for a long time. His comsat has gotten up. He's still in deep trouble, but I thought this game was flat out over. It seems like it's going to go on for a little bit, but there is the fleet beacon. This is so punishing. This is my style, DT in the carrier. Oh man, he didn't even get the DT.
No, yeah, so he scans, he misses. There is a turret that's up under the eBay in the main, so eventually he'll be able to kill off this DT. But right now he just can't get an attacking unit back that far in his base because of the Sim City with the supply depots. So this DT's going to town. He might, I mean, he's going to know that it's there, but he just can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
oh no.
8 kills on that DT at the bottom. It looks like that second DT went down.
Yeah.
But what do you do from Casper's point of view? He's got +1 going. I guess he's got to just try and camp it out. But DMX is already taking a 3rd base. Stargates are blinking. Goons may even kill this command center because all the units are back in the main trying to deal with this 1 DT. Oh man, that's a lot of DPS onto the command center.
Yeah, he floated it back down. I feel like that was a little bit optimistic. I feel like you just keep that over your ramp until you stabilize. But, oh man, yeah, this CC is going to go down now. And, oh, this is just so rough to watch. Just turning the screws on Casper. Gets the CC. I mean, even if you lose a few goons here, you've dealt crazy insane damage. Actually, though, this is a very cost-effective way to clear up so many goons, man. How good are mines?
I mean, that was the entire army of DNMax to go down. Casper should attack right now. He should recognize that, hey, it's not like this guy's going to send 5 goons to kill a command center. It's probably his whole army. And that's exactly what he's doing. This is really Casper's only chance to try and stabilize the game because carriers are about to come out. And as far as I know, tanks cannot kill carriers. So Casper's got to get something done.
Wow. Okay, it's time. It's time to... You got to go now or never. Oh, look at that DT. He kills it off, so that's good.
Yeah, and somebody pointed out to me a while ago that the interceptors for the carrier take longer to build than the actual carrier. So even though the carrier's out, he's not going to be able to deal with these tanks. So if he just goes into siege, focuses down this Nexus, that could be 2 base Protoss all of a sudden getting shut down really quickly. And DNMX has spent a lot of resources at mid-left. Like he's got tons of pylons there. Oh man, this DT just non-stop DT trying to buy time, but we've got to get this Nexus. Oh, turret gets denied.
Yeah, scan, is he going to take out the DT? No, he's actually not targeting the DT at all, but he is going to see the carriers, but I mean, carriers don't deal almost any damage with just like 1 or 2 interceptors. So the turrets are going to get up. The hard contain is, well, pretty hard here, and the mines are going to keep any DTs from really being that effective anyway, so this is just such a difficult spot. The carriers are out, the turrets are really doing a good job, but he actually hasn't been able to finish that second turret. Now it's up, and oh man, this is really difficult to deal with.
Yeah, so Casper, really, this was his really only chance to get back into the game. Vulture's dealing a lot of damage, killed so many probes. One has 9 kills, other has 4 kills. And there was no probe transfer, so this second base on the left side really does not have good saturation. More vultures getting into the main. Oh, this feels like a mistake. Tanks are not going to get the Nexus, instead going to just die. He does get a few more Oh, they're so clumped. Oh! He got, how many was that? 9 kills.
Oh, The humanity, or well, I guess they're probes, but
The whole probe line got wiped.
wait, does he? Oh my God, that's
He has
everything.
no probes in his main or natural.
I thought he Maynarded his probes away, but he actually literally has no workers. Okay, he has got 6 probes. Oh my God.
What is this game? And behind this, Casper, still no command center, so he's pretty much all in also. But it's 3 carriers. 4th is coming out pretty soon. Damn, I wish Casper had a natural. He would be back in it. But now we just have 4 carriers versus how many Goliaths? 2 Goliaths. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, even though there's a low probe count, when you're producing probes off of triple Nexus, you're gonna get back up there. But the problem is, like, you just have no money. Also, when you're going carriers, you got to build interceptors, and if you have no money and you're trying to build probes, you can't produce interceptors, which also take quite a bit of time to build. And so yesterday we got a chance to see what it looks like when you have 10 carriers versus Terran. Even that wasn't enough. So now with 3, I mean, I guess there has been a lot of damage done. Turret's not that great against carriers, but there are a couple of Goliaths out.
Yeah, a couple Goliaths will be able to at least push the carriers back for now. But what I'm most worried for is, 1, we don't have a command center for Casper. 2nd, this armory at the bottom of the base, very exposed. If it gets picked off, this is done. Casper won't be able to produce anything. And here we go. DMX trying to... really not getting much damage done. Good control from Casper. Now, these 2 SCVs at the top, I thought they might be proxy starport or something, but he's just going to go for a hidden base. Now that DMX has shut down the attack, he should really start looking for hidden bases. I think he saw there's no nat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he understands. Yeah, because he did see that. So all he's got to do now is kind of I don't know. I mean, what do you do now? How many carriers are there? It's like 4, right? Yeah.
There's 4 carriers. All Protoss needs to do is just contain Terran, because Terran, sure, Goliaths are good, but this is 1 base Terran, 1 base gas. He cannot build that many Goliaths.
Soon to be 2 bases with a sneaky hidden base coming up at the 11 o'clock. So we'll see if that's the way Casper holds on here. I don't know if that's going to be enough.
Yeah, and this is the biggest problem. The factory is exposed, armory is exposed. I mean, refinery even, well, it's not really exposed, but it can get shut down. And once the gas goes down, how are you going to build Goliaths? Oh, Casper not repairing, need to repair. Oh, Goliath's pretty good unit.
It's going to go down, it's going to go down. Okay, he is repairing. Wow, that was very close.
But this is a lot of lost resources for DMX, who he's just now starting to get, well, he really still doesn't have many probes at his main or that.
He's been having to build interceptors.
Yeah.
Wow. This game is crazy. I feel like we're watching like a guy that, like, you know, both players threw grenades at each other and like blew off like multiple, like they can't use their arms or their legs, but they're still trying to fight each other. And I'm just like, well, you guys really hate each other, man. Wow, this is a battle for the ages. Although finding this expansion, I think this is really kind of the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, so Casper again gonna go for a counterattack, and he's gonna get across the map and see that there's nothing here. So the carrier's out of position is gonna allow Casper to again shut down this natural, potentially. Now he's got to get his nat now though. Casper, you have to get it. We're gonna run out of minerals soon. Power bond. Look at his minerals. They're at 300 each. He's desperate for a base at this point. Oh, there's that DT again. But a perfect scan gets shut down. Cannon gets shut down. Next is gonna die this time, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, this is really exactly what Casper needed to do. Find a way to get across the map and deal any damage. Oh, look at that, the bomb! The mine takes out both High Templar! What am I That's crazy.
He just runs past the natural again, and this is actually a decent-sized Goliath army. It's 8 versus, well, it's even more. It's 10. He's got 2 more at the natural. 10 Goliaths versus 4 carriers. Usually the number I like is about 3 to 3.5 per carrier. So if DMX has 1 bad engagement, he could lose a carrier. Main Nexus goes down. Unbelievable.
This is so crazy. How did we get here? I feel like we were just barely watching Casper hold on to his own base. Oh, getting on top of the Goliaths here. If he can take out the Goliath count before they kill the natural expansion, that'd be great, but I don't think he can. Yeah, natural goes down. So now there's only 1 Nexus for our Protoss player. He's going to lose a carrier here. There is one starting to get into the red health. It's got about 150 health, but I think DMX will be able to clean this up.
DMX
there we go.
Clean it up, but Econ is shot. Both Nexus is going down. He does have how many probes at his third? Looks like about 16, but he's got to rebuild that neck. I guess he's not going to rebuild because of vultures in the main still just being annoying. No way probing it across there with the carriers out on the map.
Now there's this natural predator of the carrier called the Wraith, but there's no starport, so there's like no hope of that ever actually happening. So I was really impressed that Casper was able to get across the map, kill both Nexi, but now I still have no idea who's going to win this game. It's just like, can either carriers do carrier things, or they just don't deal enough damage and are too much of a resource drain, can't replace interceptors, and then they're flying paperweights.
The carriers are going in deep. Turrets are doing a lot of work though, but he's denied completion on 3 turrets. That's huge. Gotta complete these turrets. Turrets are actually not bad when the carriers don't have many upgrades, which is this specific scenario. Oh, perfect control from the carriers.
Killing off, focusing down these SCVs that are... Look at this control. What is this? Are these mutalisks? Are these like vultures? What's this carrier control? This is so insane. He's killing off every single Goliath on the ground. He delayed the completion of almost all of these turrets. All the anti-air and the natural is going to go down, and now the natural is going to die.
Yeah, that was actually perfect from DN. Oh, got one carrier. But imagine if he had lost one carrier while also not denying those turrets. This would have been a completed natural and not been shut down.
Yeah, and now he's going to pull all the SCVs back. He's going to continue to lose a lot of workers here. And, oh, by the way, the command center will go down eventually because he desperately has to get his Goliath count back up.
Yeah, and look at our mineral patches rapid in the main. We have no mineral patches anymore. There's like 200 minerals left. We can't even build a command center with that type of money. So Casper, he's got to float his command center now. But what happens when he floats his command center? If DNMax realizes that, he's just going to spam DTs.
Yeah, I don't know if there's too much of a way back into this. I thought Casper had it. He almost picks off another carrier, by the way. If he had taken this down to 2 carriers while he was losing his expansion, I'd be like, okay, well, you know, there's not that much potential. But, I mean, DNMax has a fully mining base here. So the game's not over by any means because, like, you know, what even is this game? I have no idea. But the carrier's continuing to deal damage, and Casper is just, he's got nothing left.
Yeah, but one of these carriers are dangerously low, 64 health. Oh, he built another carrier, so he's got good enough econ to start building some more. And Casper's relegated to long distance mine, not what you want to see.
Yeah, I mean, he also has to guard the long distance mining too, and if I'm not mistaken, there's a probe now coming up to harass the SCVs in the natural.
Yep, DMX did take another base at mid left, so his econ is still going to be going strong. He's even transferring probes this time, and what do we got for Casper? We're going to have like 7 Goliaths. It's just not enough versus this amount of carriers. Oh, Vulture found the probe transfer.
Okay, all right. I mean, that's not terrible, but he also has to not die on the other side of the map. He's trying to target down these carriers. There are a couple of them that are very low, but the high ground, he just can't get close enough. This carrier control is impeccable, and almost that alone is winning DNMax this game.
Yeah, this ramp control that DNMax is abusing is fantastic. The Goliaths can never get together, just 1 or 2 bleeding off constantly. And this is going to be Casper tapping out any moment now. We can't mine. We have 28 resources left in the main. The Vultures did shut down mid-left, but it doesn't matter at this point because carriers, they're unkillable.
You say that. One of them
almost got it.
Yeah, it's at, what, 60 HP? 100 HP with shields, so... Ooh. I mean, it's scary, right? Because if you delete like 2 carriers and all of a sudden Casper can get a natural expansion, he can start mining again, and all this crazy stuff. He's going to try to distance mine, but there's 2 Dragoons that are going to shut this down. Oh, actually, I take that out. Oh, I love it! Yes, blood for the blood god. Somebody link Casper's stream in chat right now. Oh, this is amazing. Oh my goodness. I think this speaks for itself. Excuse. Oh my god. This is amazing. I live for this stuff. You know, this just makes the win that much sweeter, you know?
Well, now I'm just waiting for the rematch. Like, I'm hoping DNMax doesn't make it out in first. We get a rematch in the decider match.
Oh
Because
no.
then I'm really waiting for the chat there.
You're an evil person, Nyoken. That's oh, that's so dirty. All right, we've got the Goliath hit squad. We're going out there trying to hunt down these carriers. The downside of that is that the map is high ground on the edges. So I don't know what the plan is with these Goliaths.
I mean, if those Goliaths were just sitting there, he would have intercepted them. So he had good game sense to try and pick them off. But now that they've reached high ground, these are just more deadly mutalisks. They'll never be killed. Goodbye.
It's mute as if the glaive worms like flew around and did damage. They just, oh yeah, and there's no Goliath now in the main. He recognizes he's got to get out on the map and do something. Turrets, unfortunately, are not going to do it. So, well, that's gonna be it. I mean, I guess it's been it for a long time. He takes out the expansion with the Goliaths. Yeah.
This was one of the craziest games. I thought for sure Casper was mega dead, and then the comeback twice he killed this guy's Nexus.
Yeah.
We ran out of money.
Ran out of money. Yeah, the Terran economy not what it used to be here. Does he even have any SCVs? Yeah, he's got 3 SCVs in the middle of the map. So, there it is. GG. Hey, at least we got the GG. So, he's redeemed himself a little bit. But you're right, Nyoken. The true justice is not that DNMax won this game, but would be if they rematched each other later on. So,
Yes.
You guys got to give us your energy. Maybe we can rig the script for BSL to give us that rematch. That would be so sick. But I mean, that's one of the craziest PBTs I've ever seen. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you don't see that every day. Holy smokes. Like, well, DNMax, he's going to move on. Now we're going to see SPX versus, who is it? Avilove.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So SPX, very good Russian Terran player, but I would say Avilove, I don't know, how would you characterize Avilove's playstyle, Nyoken?
Only played Avilove a couple times, so not really sure. Also, it was when I was, or still am, experimenting with Flash's Goliath play, so I'm not really too sure of his, I don't want to call it like real play, because any play is real play, but I assume that SPX is probably going to bio, so I'm not really too certain of how Avilove plays. I imagine it's probably just standard.
I've seen him do some weird stuff, but you're right. I think he is very standard, but also very vocal. So maybe we'll see a similar ending to our next game. But looks like the lobby is up. I'm just hoping we get that rematch, man. That's like the only thing that would give me life in this world. So looks like our next map is going to be Ground Zero again. I say again, but I think we've seen Ground Zero probably more than any other map. Ground Zero, and what was the other one that we saw? Quite a bit. Oh, Power Bond. Yeah. So Power Bond, another map that we see quite a bit. I think we had Ground Zero like 2-3 times yesterday, but it is just way wide open. This is like not where you put in minimal effort as a map maker, but like you've got an order of operations as a map maker. You make the bases, and then you're like, well, I guess I can kind of just like leave the rest of the map there. So it's like a big open center. It makes for huge epic battles. But you got to get there. So we'll see what happens. I don't know what to expect. I haven't seen SPX play in like 9 months, so who knows?
He's good, man. I think he might be. I think he might be favorite, but Avilove's good also, so we'll have to see.
Okay, let's get into our second match of Group D. This is going to be Avilove versus SPX on Ground Zero. All right, here we go. In the upper left-hand corner, in the purple, playing from Russia, this is SPX.
And in the top right, we've got the Zerg player Avilove.
From Sweden, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Is it Sweden? I actually can't remember.
I feel like he's a Denmark. Ugh, sorry. I got the wrong Viking country, which also triggers them because it wasn't Sweden, it was Denmark and then Norway. But anyway, the idea is that he's from one of those, I can't even say Nordic countries because then that, I think there's a difference between Nordic and Scandinavian countries too. Oh, it's also complicated. Those Europeans, why can't you just have one big country like the rest of us? Anyway, all I'm trying to say is it's going to be interesting to me. Oh, drone trick or extractor trick. That's like the finesse. The sprinkles of salt to add the extra classiness to the Zerg opening.
Yeah, for a second I thought we were going to have a bit of sneakiness because it was going on for a while with no cancel, but it is just going to be standard play. And SPX sending out, no, he's going to be able to forward barracks, but this is a really fast scout from Avilove. Like, you don't scout this fast ever, so I wonder if he has something planned. Like, if he scouts him first, is he going to go free hatch? But he's going to see that SPX is not going for gas, at least not with the wall.
I mean, if you're going to scout early, this is the best possible outcome, right? You scout your opponent first on a gigantic 4-player map and your close positions. Well, I mean, I guess it's not very close, but it's not cross positions, that's for sure. So, I mean, I guess that's about the best that it gets. So I want to see what's the plan here, Avi. What's going on? Because you're right, that is a very fast scout.
Yep. So looking back in his main, he is powering extremely hard, unlike Eon Zerg, who we just saw, who did not over drone before getting the spawning pool. He is sneaking out a couple more drones. Going to put down the pool. Now, will we see 3 hatch or 2 hatch? I think when I played Avilove on the ladder, he was favoring more 3 hatch play. So far, no gas just yet. But it does look like we're going to have 3 hatch, which is a bit unusual these days. And SPX going for the standard command center follow-up now because he got an equally fast scout. He's going to see that there's no gas, and most of the time that means that this is going to be 5 racks.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously that's a great thing to scout out early on. The bigger thing for me is going to be the Terran information. So now that SPX is going to see the spawning pool timing, he obviously knows the starting build, but man, that's just the struggle. Whenever you scout like a Zerg's opener, but you don't know what's going to come next, is it going to be some weird lurker thing? Probably not, but he at least will see the 3rd hatchery in the main, or the natural.
Yep, there is 3rd base in the natural. SPX at this point was wondering, where is it? Because if it's not at the natural at this point, we got to get out on the map and start scouting for hidden 3rd bases. And SPX actually is not going to go for 5 racks just yet. It still could be a hybrid move. He's going to open 2 racks. I didn't realize he had cut Marines completely to just power even harder. And here comes Avilove, 6 lings, or 8 lings. Actually, he morphed a couple at the natural, which is something some Zergs do to try and catch you off guard. And this is going to be an instant bunker reaction from SPX. This is exactly what you need to do. Even pulling... Yeah. Oh, this is just me an SCV transfer. I thought he was pulling in anticipation of the lings.
I was like, wow, that's really defensive. And I guess he is going to keep a couple at the front door just to try to buy time. Ooh, just in the nick of time. Wow, perfect timing on that bunker. And you can still be a little bit annoying with these Zerglings running them behind the mineral line, but I don't think I'm going to be too worried about that. Sniping an SCV, gets it. Oh, he's going to get 1. Is he going to get 2? Oh, you got to run that away. Oh, it's so close. No, wow. If you can get 2 SCVs for 2 Zerglings, that's some value.
Yeah, really good control from SPX, though, to save the other hurt SCVs. Now, what does Avilove want to do behind this? Because he built a lot of lings. And behind this, you know, Zerg can't build lings and drones at the same time. So SPX going to move. Oh, it doesn't going to catch this. I thought he was going to get the Overlord. That would be extremely punishing. Lair's halfway done. Are we going to see a Hydra Den anywhere? Not just yet.
Oh, what's it going to be? Okay, it's halfway done. I'm guessing it's just going to be...
well, there it is.
There it is. Wow. Wow. Nice call there. I like to stereotype Nyoken as like the Terran expert, but every once in a while you get these 6 psychic Zerg predictions. I'm just like... I know there's that secret high elo S-rank Zerg account you play on, Nyoken. It's out
Oh,
there. We're gonna
yeah.
find it
Yeah,
eventually
it's
and,
out
and
there.
expose you.
You'll never find me, Rapid. Never. Now, SPX may sniff this out. If Avilove shows this amount of lings, a lot of times, well, it can still be mutas, but a lot of times when you see this amount of lings, it is lurkers. But again, going back to what I pointed out the last TVZ, if you scan the NAT and see gas, generally it means not lurkers. So this could throw SPX for a loop, but this SV, why is it out on the map? I don't know, but it's going to
How does
see
he
the
do
lurkers.
this? This is such a flash scout. You know when you just like never expect there to be a thing anywhere and it's an SCV scouting your base? You're like, oh, how did that get there? Well, surprise! That's a Hydra Den. No mysteries here. SPX is going to know everything.
So this whole plan is down the drain. Now, I didn't see if the SCV got in deep enough at the natural to see the gas. But if you see the gas when they're going lurkers, this is a big commitment to lurkers. This is not 3-4 lurkers like we saw Area Door build. This is going to be like 7, 8. Like, this guy wants to kill you. So SPX has to respect the potential for a bust, but Avilove knows that. So Avilove may put down a fast Queen's Nest to transition out of this scouted lurker play.
The Zergling scouting the bio moving out on the map. And yeah, you're right. Sunkens are a little late. No, I think they're just going to come in just barely in time. There's 2 of them. Scan to check it out. But look at the Ling backstab coming in from those hidden Lings down to the south. They're going to try to run through. But there's already some Stim Marines getting in these bunkers, getting nearby, taking out the Overlord. Yes, they do get it. But because the Marines are chasing the Overlord, the Zerglings get into the main.
Yeah, I don't know if that was planned or not, but that worked out perfectly. This is a lot of Lings, too, going to shut down. Well, he might get all the SCVs. That's a lot of DPS.
Oh, my God.
Marines are way out of position.
Not only are the Marines way out of position, but the Zerglings are now going to be able to run back around, get out of the main if they want to. Oh, they're going to catch a few more Marines. Yeah, just barely taking out a couple more. And they're going to go back into the mineral line.
Yeah, but look at the natural of Avilove. I hope he goes right now. His Terran is so busy. If we go right now, look at how clumped SPX army is.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Go, 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 go. Everything.
I saw him move. Yeah, he's going. Here we go. Burrow. Oh no, he's not burrowing the lurkers. Here we go. Oh no. Okay, all right. He moved it just at the last second. Wow. That was almost the end of the game right there. And as is, that's already a lot of damage to get done with that Ling backstab.
Yeah, he dealt so much damage with the Lings, but Avilove behind this, ooh, double evolution chamber. So this is gonna be, I don't know, like making a Hydra. Oh, great control, but the whole bio ball most likely just gets sandwiched right here. Oh no, really good escape. And
yeah.
SPX manages to save a majority of his army. And behind this, despite taking so much damage to the Lings, he's got his factory done. Starport has started. There's no Queen's Nest from Avilove. So this is kind of a big, maybe not complete all in, but this is a big attack coming out from him. There's no hive at all.
Now, Avilove has managed to segment this bio ball, keep it from grouping up back at home. He's got the Zerglings. He's running around trying to surround the bio that's out on the map. He's got just barely enough Zerglings to overwhelm out there, take out the medics as well. And now, oh man, SPX just does not have a very large army. I saw the Kakaroo flying overhead, and I thought it was a Muta. I was just like, wow, Abby is really far ahead. No, it's just a Kakaroo. But the contain is real.
Yeah, so Avilove going for a very older style. He's going to stay on Lair Tech for a much longer time. He's getting faster upgrades. Now he's going to take his third base. Still no Queen's Nest anywhere. I don't know. I think we really need to transition into Hive because Science Facility is already done. Sure, it's going to take a long time to bust through this amount of lurkers, but once vessels slowly accumulate, like Irradiate is just going to be killing everything.
Yeah, there we go. Queen's Nest just now thrown down. He's going for 1-1 on the way. So eventually he'll have those upgrades. And obviously with tanks coming down, either you're going to have to really try to bust or, back up a little bit by little bit. He's going to try to bust it, running forward. So many lurkers here. The burrow comes down. The bio runs back. Lots of spines going out. Lots of bio going down. The Zergling's following through, but he's going to pull back.
Yeah, SPX did not lose as much as I initially thought he was going to lose. He's got his vessels coming out. He's got tanks. Doesn't he have siege mode? Siege mode would push this Zerg army back. Still no third base for Avilove. We got Greater Spire morphing. He knows that he's got to be careful about a drop. Didn't you mention he made a... Oh, there's the Queen's Nest. Okay, but
Yeah.
still no hive started. There goes the third base.
Right as you say it, Casper curse kicking in. It's the hive on the way, but it's still going to be a very long time until we have things like defilers, right?
Yes, extremely long time, maybe like 3 minutes from now. So SPX has a real strong attack. He just got to control his bio. If any of them get sandwiched by these lurkers, it's going to nullify his striking power so much. Here we go. How many lurkers? 8 lurkers, but thanks, they can just do this all day.
Yeah. I mean, and there's no real way for the lurkers to kill that many bunkers. There's like 3 bunkers. You need the lings to take the damage, and I don't know. It's this is going to be really hard, even with so many lurkers. Like, you just have to buy time at this point. The hive tech is so late. Like, imagine you have defilers like in the next like minute, right? Then you can really do a lot of damage here. But oh, he's going to try to go back in again, catch these tanks out, bro. He's in range, he's getting a little bit of damage done, but there's just too many tanks.
Yeah, the tank control has been fantastic. Now, unfortunately, the dropship got scouted. So Avilove should know that it's coming pretty soon. I'm checking his larva. He's not morphing any Scourge. So this may come back to punish him. And he does have good vision around his base, but he's just constantly sending units across the map. Okay, he does have some in his natural. So he should be able to clean up the drop once it as soon as it comes. Is that a second drop through the bottom? So it's going to be a double drop. Oh, wait, where'd the first drop come? Oh, that must be the first drop.
Yeah, I think that is the first drop. He decided to go down instead of just across. And I think that's wise. I mean, obviously, it's a shorter distance to just go across, but now you got the element of surprise, and you can hit that super juicy third base that has basically nothing defending it.
Yep, these tanks, though. Does he want to just continue?
This
is for now.
Really, really good. A lot of Terran players will like siege their tanks, try to use the range to push the lurkers back, but it's too slow. You got to keep them unsieged, build a bunch of them, and he's just doing such a good job pushing through the map, even against lurkers. Where's that vessel?
Yeah, the vessel. Where did it go? I don't know
where
it
did it
went,
go.
But this is extremely punishing for Avilove because we see that he wants to go ultras.
Oh, I guess it died to Scourge. All right, I'm bad. I didn't see that, but okay, it died to Scourge. Those casters, man, they never watch the vessels enough. The Scourge always kills them and you never notice. Okay, there's another vessel now, guys. It's okay.
The drop is at the third base, shutting it down. Lings are reinforcing extremely fast, though, and they are heavily upgraded. 1-1 may have cracked also. But a good angle.
Yeah, that's a really good positioning on the Marines behind the mineral line. You can kill so many Zerglings like that. Adrenal just seconds away from finishing, so did not have that to help clean this up, and actually, I mean, quite a bit of damage done. There's only 2 drones that survive, maybe 3 drones to make it out of there. So a decent drop, and now the bio in the tank moving across the map. Adrenal is done. 2-2 is not finished yet. There's no chitinous plating for these ultras that are about to pop out.
Yeah, there's no defiler either. So
oh yeah, what?
Ultras are going to be extremely strong, but with 4 or 5 tanks, they're going to shell on the ultras pretty hard, and Avilove's on the brink of getting busted. We're really just waiting for those cows to pop out to save the day. This is so many lurkers. He's morphing more lurkers at its third base, just tons of lurkers.
Yeah, clearly Avilove's strategy is just lurkers, and then more lurkers, and then more lurkers. So, I mean, he's going to lose these lurkers. That's a lot of gas to lose. He's morphing more on the ramp, so he'll have those on the high ground to hold on. But, I mean, this is tanks with vessels. Lurkers do not beat this.
Well, Avilove's decided that he can't even save his third base. He's going to go for a counterattack, but SPX already has a tank sieged up there. I don't know why, but it is. This is a perfect read from him, so he's going to kill the third base basically for free unless Avilove's going to come around for some kind of sick loop around.
I think he was waiting for Chitinous. Chitinous just now finished. He's getting ultra speed too, but that won't be done for a little bit. He's got +2 weapons, or like ground attack, but still waiting on that +2 carapace. And here we go. These are very scary ultras. 3 carapace, 2 attack, and now, yeah, you got to stim and run away. Let these science vessels soften the ultras up. But this is a lot of bio tank. Like, I don't know if Avilove has enough to hold on here.
Yeah, this is an anti-timing for him. +2 armor is not done for him, but SPX has plus... Oh, what are they doing? They're all position Marines! Why?
No! Oh my god! No, that's terrible! The tragedy! SPX just loses everything instantly. What?
Oh my! Look how much died, and that was with Marines not attacking. SPX would have crushed it.
Yeah, no, that would have been a massacre. I mean, still losing that base is huge, right? So you're down to 2 hatches again, or two bases. But damn, I thought SPX was gonna roll him there.
Yeah, like it hit right before +2 kicked in for Zerg. He's gonna have +4 now. It's just about to finish, so good power spike for him. And now SPX, well, I mean, he's still in a good position. Let's not deny that. He's got tanks, he's got vessels, he's got a big bio ball, but he's taking his 3rd command center. And Avilove's, he's just now taking his 3rd base, and he spent so much gas building those lurkers that he only has 5 ultras, which is still deadly, but it's not like 10, 11 ultras.
I mean, they're pretty scary ultras at this point, but let's check the what's the science vessel count out? Oh, it's only 2. Okay. I mean, I guess it's not SK Terran or anything, but lurkers moving forward. Okay, some decent spines. Gonna move back now, force the siege up. That's not bad, but now we've got this 3rd base about to come up. Is that burning yet? No. But it's still below half health, so that is very vulnerable here. And you can see Avi is poised to run in here, but I don't know if this is the play.
There we go. He's got +4, so he wants to go, but D-Matrix is so strong versus ultras. Oh, great medic wall too. Look at those couple in the front.
Wow.
Denying any of the Lings and ultras getting in, and that was a disaster. And now SPX should go counterattack again, or at least stabilize his 3rd base.
Oh, Lings force a lift on the 3rd here too. Again, just like these tiny Ling backstabs getting a lot of damage done. But you're right. That was a little bit of a tragedy there. It's kind of ironic that medics prevent the most damage not by healing, but by body blocking the ultras. Wow. So yeah, the long, slow process to get a 3rd base will finally come to an end here as SPX will secure that base, and then yeah, eventually push back out. Here we go.
And +1 armor has kicked in for SPX, so these lurkers are not nearly as deadly as they were. We've got vultures coming out for some mine map control. But Avilove's gotten his 3rd base, SPX has gotten his 3rd base. Because of how Zerg works, the minerals are still pretty good on Avilove's side of the map, whereas SPX is mined up in his main. So he needs to start thinking about taking another base, but he's got a good bank. He's got 1k minerals, 800 gas. I like that he's got double factory, so he can pump out those tanks and vultures as necessary. And how far along is Avilove, no +3 upgrades yet. Meanwhile, SPX has started +2 armor, and he has +3 weapons, so he's got a huge lead.
Yeah, this is actually crazy. He is killing it in basically every category. I was a little bit worried about that command center getting like randomly infested or something, but it's being repaired back behind this. So there's really no point of vulnerability here. And once again, this is like there's no defilers. So good luck. Imagine like playing a race, but you're not allowed to make the strongest unit.
Yeah, I mean, defilers are just so deadly when in combination with even like just like a handful of units. Like if you took away half of Avilove's army and just gave it like 2 defilers, potentially it could be better. It depends on how he uses it, but Avilove's still got a massive army. This is a lot of ultras now.
All right, time to stop your Marines again. I hope not, but here we go. Ultra's running up. There's a lot of irradiates here. He's got a couple more if he wants to use them, but softening up those ultras, yeah, 3 of them. Gotta spread that. Oh, wow. A lot of green glowy boys. But that's going to be basically the only thing between Avi and certain untimely demise is these ultras, and they are not going to be as strong as they used to.
Yeah, Radiate's so punishing, but SPX got a bit punished there. 2 of his vessels go down. I like how his army's going to the bottom of the map, meanwhile setting mines at the entrance. Oh, a big explosion onto that ultra. Get popped. And SPX is gonna just go for a killing move. All of these ultras are heavily softened up. They're just gonna vaporize to this +3 Marine army. Oh man, this is not the fight. This is not the fight.
Oh man, where's my plague? Where's the Dark Swarm? Oh, just egregious. Yeah, everything's gonna die here. I think this is, I mean, kind of the middle of the end. It's not the beginning of the end. That already happened. It's like we're solidly working our way towards the end here.
Well, Avilove's got still 2 Sunkens, 2 Ultras. Gonna be hard to break through. Avi's gonna try and counterattack to top left. Tank is already set up, but Ultras do manage to get in. Trying to bust through.
No.
Ultra's gonna go down.
No.
Sunken's gonna go down. But that's a lot of units coming from the. Misclick. The Wings and Ultras did not go and save the third base.
Oh yeah, they're stuck there. Oh my god, oh, it's so painful. So yeah, everything's gonna die here again. Good luck getting up that ramp. There's medics already walling it off. Oh man, this is just done.
Yeah, SPX really nice. Very clever to put the medics on hold position at that ramp. Now he's got mines everywhere. Avi's gonna go for a desperation move, gonna try and counter, but mines already eat more than half the army. 4 tanks. Like, this is exactly what you should do. You just leave some tanks here, deal with the Ultras. Got Vestals here even for defensive matrix, just perfect. But surprisingly, these 2 Ultras have killed a lot of SCVs at the third base.
That is, wow, they actually completely, I think they killed everything but like 2 SCVs there. So both players losing their thirds. Terran main is mined out with a ton of idle SCVs. Zerg main just about to be mined out. Naturals are very thin for both players. This is just the strangest game. Well, okay, the last game was the strangest game, but this game is also quite unusual.
Well, +3 armor is about to kick in for the Zerg. So again, another big power spike. It's just that he doesn't have the money now. If he had another base, for sure, he's still in it. But with no money, SPX has got his 4th command center built. He needs to just float it to mid-left. He's got his gunner only running. Oh, man. Mines! They're so deadly.
How good. I feel like that's why you try to retake your third instead of running across the map, because like the mine field is too cost effective at this point when nobody has any money.
Did you know that mines are 100 minerals, 100 gas? Not each costs 100 minerals, 100 gas. For the entirety of the game, 1 upgrade, 100 minerals, 100 gas.
Wow,
that's crazy.
That's really impressive. Yeah. So I watched this sick new technique, right? I forget who made the video, but it's a Korean player showing you how to like lay mines and get them to arm faster. I watched it. I'm like,
auto attack after the mine.
Yeah. To like cancel the delay.
Yeah.
I saw that and I'm like, do you have to make them better? Like,
I mean, they're already pretty damn good.
Yeah, can we just keep them as good as they already are? Oh, geez. Well, Avi is trying. This is like, I don't know, Meeseek's trying to take a score off of Jerry's golf swing. It's just, he's going to keep trying, but he'll never be able to retake this third base location. You might as well just skip it and take a base in another location, because there's no way you're breaking up that high ground.
Yeah, Avilove. I mean, he's got to have a Defiler mixed in with the army now, because we're just never going to get through. And he's trying. He's going to, he's just going to go. This is going to be it. Oh,
all right.
Army isn't synced up.
Oh, no. Is he?
Goes.
Okay, he tried to take out the vessels. He didn't take out any of the vessels. The irradiates are going to come through, but even that probably won't decide this. Oh my god! What? The sickest mind drags of life. Why? How did that even happen? And he's actually going to break all the way into the main. It's chaos, but there's not that much Zerg left.
Oh my gosh. I wish that kind of happened a little earlier when we weren't mined out as Zerg. This would have been completely different.
Well, in fairness, it did happen earlier with all those hold position Marines. That was, my eyes were like bleeding and on fire at the same time watching that. But those mine drags were so sick. Oh my god.
I don't think I've ever seen a mine hit that big on your own army. That was crazy.
Well, yeah, because like,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you see that setup happen and your brain like expects, okay, this is what's gonna happen, and then everything blows up and you're like, damn, okay, all right, wow, that was insanity. What, man, Group D is D for deliver, because it really does. These first 2 games have just been like, what even? That was crazy. Both players completely mined out, and they've got to like try to figure out how to kill each other, and he goes in, gets the sickest mind drag, but it's just not enough. Ugh. So sick.
Really epic. And this is my favorite group. I looked at all the groups, because when I always check them out, I'm like, okay, what's the death group, but what's the group that I want to see the most? This was it, because I think everybody's very close. Everybody has a good chance of getting out. These games are nuts. So I'm ready. Who's it going to be? DMX versus SPX now.
DMX versus SPX.
DMX,
Nice.
yeah, DMX.
I can't wait. Oh, this is actually going to be super epic. And actually, it's not game over for either of our players that lost. We're going to see them in the lower match, and then the winners. We're about to find out which player. Sorry, there's like so many mosquitoes here. It's actually disgusting. So we're about to find out which player will be the first to advance out of Group D. And after this, I think, we only have 4 more groups after this. So we're going to do the first half of the round of 24 this week, then the second half of it next week. Then we get into the round of 16, and we're basically almost done with the tournament, Niobe.
What?
SPX
No, there's
versus...
so many more.
I know. I'm just overstating it. But yeah, for a guy like Dan Max, who doesn't have any BSL history, he looks very, very good in his first match of the day, even though it was a weird one. Let's see how he handles SPX, who it looks like is playing pretty solidly, even when the game takes a turn for the worse. I promise you he's not going to be hold positioning his Marines this time.
I hope. I somewhat hope we see some Marines in Terran versus Protoss. We don't see that ever. That would be pretty slick, but let's go, man. I'm hyped.
All right, here we go. The map is Sylphid. We are in the game, in the lobby, ready to go. So here we go. Game 3. All right, here we go. Getting into our third game. The winner's match. One of these players will advance on to the round of 16 in the bottom. Left-hand corner in the teal. Playing from Russia, it is SPX playing Terran.
In the bottom right, the yellow Protoss, it is DN Max. I would not
Which
have
does
picked this
sound
map
like
versus-
DMX.
It does when you say it fast. But I would not have picked this map versus DMX. He's the Zealot. Like, he didn't even kill that many Marines last time, but he got in the base and he saw exactly what's going on. I would have definitely tried to go for a map with a ramp. I expect to see the same thing from DN Max. Aggressive early. Now, SPX may have picked this map because since it's not a ladder map, maybe DN Max doesn't have as much experience. And I know SPX is in IRK, which is a top clan. You know they play versus each other. You know SPX is prepared for this map, so it's likely he's played on this map a lot. But
yeah,
because I don't play this map, I'm not sure what he's going to go for.
Yeah, IRK definitely a fantastic team. Going to be seeing a lot more of them in, I think SPL starting up next month. I maybe should know that, but I don't. So looking forward to seeing more of guys like SPX. And I think, I'm not sure if DN Max is playing in that, but hope so. But the idea is, yeah, he's very, very experienced. I think I saw a lot of people saying that basically there's no way SPX is going to lose here. I think probably he's the favorite for the group, but not guaranteed. Both of the games we've had in Group D already have been just the craziest. So, I mean, this is why, like, every time somebody's like, well, you missed, like, this subtle nuance of the opening build order, I'm like, okay, that matters for now. But the games have not been decided by these opening build orders. They've been decided by these crazy, stupid positions that the players get themselves in and have to find a way to magically escape from. It's like the movie Saw, where you just get into this wacky situation and it's like a puzzle to test like how emotionally attached to the race you are, if you can like figure a way out of that. But both of these players have, and I'm actually really excited to see what happens. Okay, now they scout each other, or they scout the scouts, so they know where each other are.
Yeah, well, some players thrive in the chaos. And again, we see DN Max going for that aggressive Zealot. So he's going to try and make it chaotic already. And SPX, I'm already seeing him cutting Marines. Well, it's because he's blocked, but he needs to build more Marines. Okay, instantly builds a second Marines. He needs to build 3, at least 3. But regardless, DN Max is going to get in here and see what's going on. Now, unlike Casper, you would expect SPX to be pretty standard. That's what we see. So this scout is probably not as big as versus someone like Casper. Casper, going in, this is going to be guy, going to be hyper aggro. We just got to figure out what he's going for. So he sees what's going on. Zealot, is he going to deny this factory? He may.
Nope, the SCV is too good. It moves out of the way automatically. Look at that, it moves again. How are you going to hit the SCV? You going to hit that? Oh, actually you can. Okay, side blades are too broken, but now it's back in the back. You going to hit that? No! The factory gets to build. Wow. Wow, really.
Ooh, he gets the probe too. So really good from SPX so far. Took minimal damage,
man.
but that's a second Zealot coming. And Dragoon was, or Cybernetics was pretty fast too. So 2 Zealots, 1 Dragoon is going to put out a lot of damage. 1 Marine went down, but some players have all the luck, just like Flat. Oh, it's stuck Marine. He stopped. No.
Whoa. Oh no! He's gonna get another Marine. Oh my gosh, these are the titans of the Protoss army. Okay, good Marine control though. After that, there's bad control into good control, so he's okay.
Rapid, look at the entrance of DN Max's main. That SCV was on hold position there. The Dragoon could not get through, so that means that it was never able to sync up with the Zealots. And actually, that was a critical move because we have a heavily damaged Marine, which would have gotten picked off for sure. And now SPX going to get up his natural easily.
Oh, SPX
scouts the Reaver.
Yeah, scouted the Robos, so that's actually super huge. Wow, beautiful. Man, sometimes you just get all the luck here. SPX, I don't know, fantastic. And now, what's this Dragoon gonna do? Like, absolutely nothing. This is fantastic.
So the SCV got taken down. I'm pretty sure I saw a second gateway going up, but got canceled. So DNMX is probably going to just transition into Gate Observer, I would imagine, since everything got scouted. But why is there a Bolt Shroud on the map? It shuts down the probe. He's going to see that there's no Nexus now. So if DNMX was thinking about transitioning, now he knows, oh, it is going to be shuttle. So now we're obligated to go Reaver.
I love that he just drops the mine where the Nexus is. Like, nope, can't do that anymore. Oh, by the way, you can do that for free. So, oh, look at this Marine control. Only loses 1. He actually almost didn't even lose any. Puts a lot of damage down there on those Dragoons. So if they try to like dive or do something stupid, then they're just gonna blow up. But wow, SPX is in such a good spot.
Yeah, this is devastating. Not only are there mines around the bunker, wow, he actually was able to clear the mine, but there's also a mine at the natural. So SPX knows when this guy's going to take his nano take. Gets cleared up by the Zealot. But still, SPX fantastic. Oh, he doesn't have his command center building right now. He took an SCV off. So
wait, where did that go? Oh, I guess he's repairing the
to repair it. But he's still in a good position. He's got his eBay. He's got. I'm a little worried that the Reaver is going to get in and we're going to have 1 or 2 tanks. Now, Vultures are great if you land on the mine. The Reaver explodes, but that's going to be hard to make work.
Yeah. Somewhere out there, the spirit that watches over all Protoss players, the Guardian Angel Bonneth, is watching this. And he's like, okay, I've got a shuttle speed, a Reaver, and a Dream. So let's go. Oh, wow, there is actually a Nexus. That's actually quite surprising to me. But here we go. We've got the Reaver, the shuttle, the 2 Zealots inside. What's going to happen? There's actually a pretty big open space towards the bottom of the base to get in with the shuttle. Even though there's a turret, you can walk it in.
Yeah, but I like how SPX has mines in a couple areas. Yeah, that specific spot is a bit vulnerable, but with the minerals and depots blocking, I think that Scarab's going to have a hard time going into the SV line, actually, so it's probably fine. And I do like how SPX has gotten the starport. He's probably going to build a Wraith, shut down the Reaver easily. Here comes the Reaver, though. Oh, don't take damage from the turret. Here we go. Can the Reaver get off a good shot? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh, dead. Yeah, okay. So he's going to target down the turret. I think, obviously, that's going to make his life a lot easier. Ooh. DMX trying to give it to him, but now he's... Oh, he can't actually kill off the turret, but there's thankfully nothing else there. Drops off a Zealot, heading to the natural. Let's see what we got here. There is a turret, but still, great opportunity for the Reaver to get a shot off. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Gonna get it? No!
What?
How does that not hit?
Yeah, I have no idea how that didn't hit.
I'm offended for DMX. Like, that's a rough one.
Yeah, so Reaver really didn't work out that well for him. I mean, he did pull SCVs off the line for quite a while, but good defense from SPX. Now, how does DNMax want to transition out of it? Everything looks pretty standard. Just got 2-gate observer. We don't see any further tech. No Stargate, no Citadel. Oh, a second shuttle. So we're probably going to see the triple shuttle play that Best and Rain were doing for a long time a few months ago. And I remember try and bulldog him.
the first time Mini, a very good up-and-coming Protoss player who's actually had a ton of success lately, very first time he qualified for ASL, he was trying four Reavers and 2 shuttles, and then the next time he tried 6 Reavers and 3 shuttles, and I'm like, dude, like, come on. We know you're good, okay? You don't have to prove it to us. Like, let's not get too fancy. So obviously that adds a ton of complexity to the micro that you have to do to use that effectively. But yeah, we're going to see quite a little bit of that. Shuttle looking for another way to get in. Loading up with a Dragoon. See what we got here. Drops the Dragoon to tank the hit, and the Scarab's good. But obviously you need to land more than one.
Yeah. Maybe DNMax getting a little desperate here because he gets one. I'm surprised.
Right as the
nice
Wraith
find.
comes in.
Yeah, and speed is going to save the day. And behind this, still no third base for DNMax, no gates. So I'm not really sure what the play is, other than there's definitely some type of bus coming, or at least Reaver contained. But what are we doing after this? There's one more gate. We need a few more gates though if we're just going to all in.
Yeah, I was going to say, is this going to be like just the transition out where you try to expand? But no, he's definitely going to throw down as many gates as he can. 3. Yeah, you could even throw down more. But the idea is that his contain is good. And, I mean, I guess SPX is biding his time. Let's see what's happening here. Armory about to finish up.
Yeah, so that's basically what I was just about to say, is SPX has defended well, but he hasn't gotten upgrades this whole time. So even though DNMax doesn't look like he's in a fantastic position, getting a late third base, not really getting much done with the Reaver, not having to deal with the big +2 power spike is a big deal. If there's ever a max versus max engagement, they're going to have +1 maybe. And really, +1 is not super scary.
Yeah, I mean, that's not what you worry about, right? It's the +2. So what? How long is it going to take before we get there? Like, just quite a while. So that's going to give plenty of time for DNMax to get his third base up and running. Just now starting all of that. And I'm just waiting to see when SPX tries to bust out of here. Because he's got just like so many tanks. I think the time is probably pretty soon.
Yeah, he's building a lot of tanks. I think he's just going to play defensively, take his third base. Tanks are great, for sure. But really, the upgrades are amazing. Now, he may still go for it. He's had scan for a while. He may have scanned that DNMax doesn't have or didn't have gates for a while. So there is I was going to say there is a time that we see 3 shuttles coming. 2 Reavers, 2 Zealots, 2 Dragoons. And he wants to shut down this. Oh, he wants to shut down the main.
Here's that triple shuttle coming in. There are a couple of turrets here, but it's not going to stop the drop. So yeah, double Reavers get in. There's already a few tanks set up, but not enough in position. So everything will get shut down here. The shuttles, actually, how many of these are going to survive? It looks like at least one does with a little HP. Actually, even that goes down. So everything here is going to get cleaned up pretty easily.
Yeah, that surprisingly didn't deal as much damage as I thought. I thought for sure at least we're going to get the armory and shut down the +1 spike, and that would have obligated SPX to go for a timing. But good defense from SPX, and now DNMax is going to attack the... Oh, that's so many tanks, but there's no mines or anything, Zealots! We don't have enough Zealots to just try and streamline in.
Yeah, that indecision there is a little bit heartbreaking. Because obviously you don't just want to send gateway units into a gigantic tank line. But, I mean, you're right, there was nothing to buffer there. And as we all know, just tanks by themselves don't really do that well. So, gonna have to find another way around, or maybe expand behind this. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to deal with all these mosquitoes too. This is hard mode casting. But he is expanding to the 12 o'clock location, so that's a little bit surprising.
Yeah, a bit of a hidden base for him. He needs to get that econ because dealing so little damage with his shuttles, not being able to deny this third base, he's got to get an econ advantage. And really, the issue now is that the tank count hasn't been dwindled down at all. Look how many tanks SPX has at this third. There's 15 there, and there's 2 more at the natural. Like, this is pure tank hand. We're going to have 25 tanks probably when he decides to move out.
This is crazy because, like, usually you just expect there to be a certain ratio of vultures to tanks. No, man, we've got like 3 vultures, like 5 vultures, okay? And then just nothing but tanks. So 1 Goliath. Okay, cool. But like, yeah, this is really strange. But I think obviously it works super well if your opponent's just building mass gateway units.
Yeah, well, DNMax is now starting to get out those key gateway units if you're going to go gateway man, and that is the Templars. He's got 6 Templars that just came out. And if you can get Storms onto clumps of tanks, all of a sudden, the entire strength of the Terran army is just going to get wiped away. So it's all going to come down to whether DNMax can land these Storms or not.
Oh, it's not tight. The pylon's 1 hex out of position, and it lets the vulture through to get into the 12 o'clock base. Yeah, the top pylon isn't tight against the wall. How good are vultures, man? Well, also pylon placement being bad. So, but yeah, I mean, because it is not a tight wall, he can get his own units inside to kill off the vulture.
Wow.
But yeah,
yeah, he can get the entire. Look at them, like there's no way he can get in. They just all waltz in.
Brood War, what a beautiful game.
Well, SPX is approaching the time to attack. Well, actually, a couple more minutes. He's got +2, near half. I guess he doesn't want to risk it. I mean, there's no point to risk it. If he scanned the main, Arbiter Tribunal is about to complete. Oh, picking off a Templar. Gonna get a few more probes. He's just sacking vultures for more tanks, Rapid. This may be 36 tanks.
How many control groups of tanks are we gonna get here? Wow. Yeah, he just sacks the vultures. I mean, I guess dealing damage is good, but like, this is how many?
We have
like, how many
tanks.
is enough? I feel like every Terran always wants more tanks because they've never had enough tanks. But there is enough tanks. I don't know. I think we might hit the enough mark this game.
No, I'm pretty sure we didn't hit the enough mark. If there's no carriers out on the map, there's never enough tanks. Meanwhile, there's 2 tanks going to the top, so we have 23 tanks gonna shut down this base. Oh, the vultures need to go lay mines up there. No, they're not gonna it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's gonna shut it down with just a couple tanks. Vultures on the way to stop reinforcements. Man, what is DNMax doing? He's just gonna be sitting on 3 base versus 3 base versus 4 base. That is not a recipe for success.
Well, Zealots do clean it up before the Nexus goes down. A little sad that the tanks weren't able to clear, because I mean, tanks normally are expensive units to lose in a drop like that, but when you have 25 behind it, not going to affect SPX at all. Meanwhile, I just noticed he's got how many? He's got 9 factories, so we are rolling, baby. And +2 is about to hit. This is it. This is time, Rapid, and we have 2 tanks in the main of SPX. He just has tanks everywhere. Oh, there's a drop somehow. He must have killed something for the armory.
Yeah, he killed the armory, but it wasn't the armory that was upgrading, I believe.
Oh yeah, he didn't get the right one. +2 is just gonna hit now.
Okay, yeah, that is exactly what happened. All right, so there are a few more vultures here, so it's not like, I mean, there's still just an insane number of tanks, but the vulture count is a little bit higher. They're mostly damaged, so they will die very quickly. But here we go. We're about to find the big altercation in the middle of the map. Tanks are sieging up. The gateway units are rallied towards the top, so they're actually in range to take quite a bit of damage. Protoss army is going to have to pull back. Ooh, this is so, like, gut-wrenching. It's like every time these mines pop up and down, I expect just everything to explode, especially after those huge mine drags. Wow. Oh, no!
Dude. We don't even need tanks. They're just all dying to mines. So half of DNMax army just got crushed right there. Whether the units died or at least lost shields, now he can literally just pull the TT1 move, which is a move. He's got, I wish I could count these tanks so fast. It's like 25 tanks. He's got vessels. If he casts a D Matrix, he may not lose a unit if he casts D Matrix on a vulture or something.
Yeah, I mean, here we go. We're going to see the storms start to come through. One storm, maybe second one. Yep, second storm does come off. He just has to drop it and roll it out of there. But all the Dragoons explode towards the top, and that is going to do it. DMX taps out, and SPX is your first player to advance out of Group D.
Yeah, that was just fantastic play from SPX. Good control with the Marines versus the Zealot. The STV was a genius move on hold position to prevent the Goon. Perfect defense versus the Reaver. Like, nothing went well for DNMax that game. But, oh, I thought that we already played the losers match. I thought it was going to have DNMax versus Casper. So we got to be rooting for Casper now for the chat rematch. but he's
Oh,
going to be
for
going
sure.
up a strong opponent in Avilove.
Yeah, this is actually really exciting. I start to forget like it's A, very late for me, and B, would cast a lot of StarCraft already. Because they're all best of ones, everything kind of jumbles together. So Eon Zerg's playing next. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we've got the losers match coming up next, and then the final match of the night to find out the second player that will advance out of Group D. But you're right. I wouldn't say this is Group D for Group of Death, but it's certainly been the most fun to watch so far.
Yes, Group D for Delicious. So, are those games ready? Hope they are.
I think so. Okay, I'm not going to join the micro tourney. That's the only map that currently fits my lobby. So yeah, I guess we're just waiting for the next map. It is going to be Avilove versus Casper. This is going to be so much fun. So Casper, obviously, a very aggressive play style, has a lot to look forward to in the final match of the night. So nothing against Avilove, well, technically. And so Casper is the player we want to move on because we've just got to get that juicy revenge match in the end. Okay, looks like we are ready to go and get into the lobby. I literally cannot do this fast enough. I got to get this game on the way. Okay, I'm in, you're in. The map is Power Bond. The players are Avilove versus Casper. It's time to go.
It's time.
All right, here we go. I can't stop wanting this game to. Okay, so I'm not totally biased towards our Terran player in the upper left-hand corner, who is Casper, but I'm just saying that if he wins, there's going to be some fun in our last game.
Yeah, there's going to be some fireworks, but we've got very strong Zerg opponent to deny that fun. It is Avilove in the top right, and this time Terran has a good spawn, but I'm not sure if Casper is the type of player to go for that mech style. I do expect to see, again, bio play. In the previous BSLs, he was like real aggressive. Do you remember that? He was like 3 or 4 barracks on one base for the entirety until his base mined out.
Yeah, no. He is very, like, when he goes, he goes. Like, there's no build that is too hardcore for Casper. Even when it doesn't make sense. But sometimes it's even stronger because it doesn't make sense, because there's no way for your opponent to like think that you will go for that. The mind games are real. But
yeah, I played a TVT versus him, and we had a big vulture fight. I won the fight simply because I had reinforcing advantage. So I'm like, okay, well, it's over now. So I like go, build more depots or like build a tank. No, like 2 seconds later, shows up with like 10 more vultures and I die. I'm like, this guy, he is relentless, man. Like, he will not stop. So Avilove has got to definitely be on his game. And I'm already a little bit worried for him because that Overlord is not going the right direction. And you must know when Casper is out on the map, because he'll all of a sudden just appear out of nowhere. And like last game, Avilove had no Sunkens for a long time. So if he tries to do that again, he's going to be in real trouble.
yeah, he did get away with that for a little bit. And especially, I think you have to play to the player at this point, because you know it's coming. Like, what version of it, you don't know, but there's going to be something out there. This is where you can hear the boogeyman under the bed. You don't need to check. You already know. So what's it going to be here? I mean, I would obviously expect like heavy barracks play, like 4 or 5 racks, but I don't know exactly how crazy we're going to get.
Yeah, I like this opener from Avilove versus Casper specifically, because the Lings are going to deny any early aggression from Marines without medics, but also if you try and get into the state of mind of Casper, since we already know he's aggressive, if he sees a 9 pull, he may think like, oh, this guy hurt his econ, so I'm just going to immediately 2 racks him now, just keep the pressure up, which may be what Avilove is thinking. Go for 9 pull to force Casper into a 1 base. You never know. So he may have already, the SCV gets picked off, so he doesn't know if it's gassed or third hatch is already terrible. And this might trigger the second barracks. Oh no, does build command center on high ground, so I do like Casper's decision.
Yeah, and he's got the SCVs. blocking the ramp. So obviously this is going to be very difficult for just a few Zerglings to get up the ramp. What does he have? 6 more behind it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, just 8. So yeah, there's no way those Zerglings get up the ramp. He might try and he might kill a little bit, but I don't think, unless he can glitch the SCVs, but that's probably not going to happen.
Yep, so 8 lings is a bit unusual, and that's going to keep Casper in his base much longer. Oh, SCV, that was a bit risky to go for that, but does manage to sneak by, and he must get into the base now because it's so different facing a 3-hatch compared to like the Soma style we see these days, where it's like instant gas and you have mutas in your base at 5 minutes. If you don't have turrets in time, the game just ends. So this is a mandatory scout.
Yeah, he has to get any information here. Like if he sees like a lair morphing, if he got the, oh my gosh, he was so close to denying that SCV getting up the ramp. But now, obviously, seeing everything, he's going to see the lair timing, the extra hatchery. Oh man, so now Casper gets to play the game without having to guess about everything.
Yeah, if I got in here and saw this opener, this would be like a relief. And because 2-hatch muta, the current style is so hard to deal with, so hard to gauge whether Zerg's all inning or if they're macroing. So this is pretty much as ideal as it could possibly go for Casper. His command center is done, he just needs to float it. Academy is about to finish, and he's got a lot of Marines out, so Avilove does need to be a bit cautious again because Overlord, oh, actually he has managed to get the Overlord in position, so you will see him move out.
Yeah, he's gonna see that, and I don't know what the plan is here. Where are the extra barracks? Okay, so he's getting the 3rd barracks coming up now.
Yep, this is gonna be a 4 racks, maybe 5 racks because it's Casper, but pretty standard 4 racks follow up. This is my go-to build versus someone I don't really know how they play because it's just so solid. You don't really lose anything. Gives you good map control. You're not going to be able to kill bases as easily, but you get your tech faster. So this is a fantastic opener. I heard a scan go off.
Yep, scan in the main. Saw the Zerglings pop out of the eggs, so he knows that there's nothing super crazy just yet. Scans again and catches these. Did he catch the Spire with that second scan?
Yeah, he saw the Spire, and he saw more lings building, which a lot of times makes you really nervous. But Avilove just went for an attack, lost a lot of lings. Not a good trade there, and Casper immediately counterattacks, and this is going to force Sunkens, which Avilove did not want to build. So really nice game sense, and behind this, eBay follow-up. This might be a 5th barracks.
Ooh, yep, and no. Wow,
not a factory or a barracks.
Yeah, just nothing. He sends the SCV away. But you're right, I love pulling the trigger immediately. Those Sunkens finished just in the nick of time. That was so close, but they are going to hold on. But nice to force that out. I mean, obviously, making the Zerg spend any money is really good.
Yep, he's got range going. His turrets are going to be perfectly timed. This is pretty perfect from Casper, honestly. And also, Zerg has not taken a 3rd base with no drone anywhere out on the map. Oh, and he's going to lose his Overlord. That hurts.
It does hurt. I mean, he did get the 9 mutas out before his Overlord died, so he wasn't supply blocked and couldn't build his mutas, which would have been obviously super tragic. But he does have the 9 mutas out and on the way. Well, most of them are out. He's got 3 in the oven. But yeah, he did hemorrhage those lings early on, which gave I feel like that gives Casper like a breath of fresh air. Although he is super supply blocked. Yeah, oh wow, he's going to be supply blocked for a million years.
Yeah, this was a massive supply block. Not only going to miss Marines, but also going to miss crucial SCVs at the natural. And yeah, that's a big loss for him. And unknowingly, Avilove is going to take advantage of that. He's taking a 3rd base. And I imagine he'll be able to get it up now because of how supply blocked Casper is. And Muta sharking around, trying to find the best angle. Really good turret placement so far. And what does Avilove want to do this time? There's the Hydra Den. No evolution chambers just yet, though.
Waiting to see when we go. 9 mutas, they're going to go up to the high ground, of course. Try to pick down, but look at, wow, this is actually, what is that, 5 turrets in the natural? 4 turrets, maybe 5 soon, but excellent job deflecting these mutas.
Yeah, Power Bond is one of the maps that I don't like to deal with mutas on unless I'm going Goliath, because they're just so punishing. A lot of Marines going down there. A lot of them are stim pretty low, and the medics are almost out of energy. So these mutas could get a lot. Oh, really good pick off onto the medic. Another Marine going down. Really good control. And Lurker upgrade is about halfway done for Avilove. If he can whittle it down a little bit more, he may even decide to just go for Ling Muta Lurker and kill him.
Man, perfect control on these mutas by Avi. Hasn't lost a single one. He's picked up a bunch of straggling Marines, and he hasn't overcommitted. I see a lot of Lurk players, they go for the 3-hatch muta, and they just run in, try to run past the turrets and get into like the sneaky corner of the base to deal critical damage. I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. You can just actually pick them off little bit by little bit, but he finally takes a pretty bad trade, and a lot of those mutas are pretty damaged.
Yeah, but these Marines really don't have a lot of health. Like they just stim down once, and now the medics are already burned out of energy. So really good job from Avilove to force out all that energy. He's got Lurkers coming up at his third base. He'll be able to, pretty sure, save this base because Casper's got his eye on it, but I don't think he's going to get there in time. Meanwhile, behind this, we got the standard Starport follow-up with facility coming pretty soon, but this is 6 racks, so Casper wants to build a ton of units.
Yeah.
And that may actually be a good choice because, again, the hive is super delayed.
Yeah, and the mutas are not going to be able to deal with this bio ball out in the middle of the map the way it is. They tried, but I think, yeah, he's got like 6 full health mutas, and then the rest of them are like half HP, so... Got to be careful, got to respect, but he's going to try to pull the... Oh, I thought he was going to try to pull the bio back by attacking, but there's just so many turrets in the bunker. Means that he will try to deal with this. He's got Lurkers coming in from the top. I don't know why these drones are here, but look at the Lurker spikes. They're dealing so much damage. He's trying to bust up the ramp, but the Lurkers coming in from behind. Lurkers burrowing, the scan is coming out, but the spines are too big. They take out everything.
Yeah, he got a bit jebaited there. There was only one Lurker, and as a Terran, you see one Lurker, you're like, huh, you're dead, bro. But Lings and Lurkers coming from the back at the perfect time, Muta's cleaning it up. That's the whole army. Well, I was going to say the whole army, but Casper's already got another sizable Marine ball. This is not like the I think it was SPX game, where it was only 3 barracks for a long time. This is 6 racks, so he's got a ton of units already. Vessels are coming out. Hive has just started. Evolution Chamber has just started, +1 armor. But Casper already has +1 weapon, so he's going to have the upgrade lead the entirety of this game.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's good, but obviously upgrades don't matter if you run your army over Lurker spines. So that was man, Avi's had in both of the games that we've seen, he's had these like moments where he just kills armies I don't expect him to kill. Like with the whole position Marines, that was one of them. Right there with the Lurker spines, I don't expect Terran players to just run over those. And then with those mine drags at the end of his last game, I was just like, damn, okay, anything can happen. So he's gotten a lot of value off of not only his mutas, but he saved his third base, got that up and running. Nidus should be coming up soon. Oh, that's actually a sunken colony, not a Nidus. Okay.
Yep, but Avilove has macro hatch coming down. He's got 5 hatches. Casper scanned bottom middle, but the drone was just out of range. He doesn't know that Avilove is thinking about taking it pretty soon. But 2 vessels are out with no defilers. Well, that's a lot of Lurkers. Again, Avi building tons of Lurkers. Is 8. Oh, Casper, he's going for it, man.
Yeah, here we go. He's going to try to bust through these Lurkers again. That did not work well for him last time, but it's actually working perfectly this time. Well, almost perfectly.
There's not... Oh, perfect irradiate. Draws out all the mutas and the Scourge.
That's so sick, and now they have to turn around. So much damage to these mutas, almost single-handedly with that irradiate, killing off every single mutalist. There's like 3 with 2 HP. He's going to try to bust through here. I don't know if there's enough to bust through. Yeah, he's kind of throwing away the rest of his bio, but that was not a bad engagement.
Yeah, that
killed
was
off so many Lurkers.
Yeah, a tense moment. Lost almost all the Lurkers. I saw there's only 2 Sunkens left with Lurkers. Morph. I thought that was it for sure. And again, Casper has so much macro. He's got more Marines coming. If he could have gotten them there a little bit faster, for sure, he could have ended the game. But I don't blame it. It's always hard to reinforce your army like that. He's got 7 barracks. He managed to keep the vessels alive, which is the big thing. But once he can get 4, 5, 6, irradiates, he's just gonna plow through these Lurkers. Uh-oh, no!
Oh my god, the lurkers again. Terrible, terrible damage. He even gets off the extra spine to kill off another medic. And I mean, the vessels are going to be annoying to deal with, but I'm still not totally confident here about being able to break through. Yeah, the Zergling's pushing back the bio, which is already very heavily damaged. These Sunkens, oh my god, I wish buildings had kill counts to them, because I want to know how many of these have killed.
Yeah, that was a tense moment right there. Defiler just popped out, got instant irradiated. Casper has a bit of a misrally on his Raxes, not realizing that he has more units than he actually does. Look at him just rallying to the starport. That's a bit unfortunate. But meanwhile, didn't realize he's got a third command center basically done. So he's going to be just fine. Avilove has bottom middle almost done. If he can get a Nidus up there, it's going to be really hard to break. But the vessels haven't died.
Yeah, he has done a really good job keeping those safe from Scourge. I think he's taken maybe a couple of hits, maybe actually just one, but yeah, it's very good. Now the count's at 5, even though there's Dark Swarm out, even that's not going to save you from like the war of attrition, just playing the energy game. And this is a 5 base, was it 1, 2, 3? Oh yeah, wow, there's only 3 bases for Terran.
Yeah, if Casper went for maybe like one round of fire bats, he may try and get a bit ambitious and just try and bust through, because I mean, we do have lurkers, but they're just getting constantly irradiated. If you can just whittle it down to maybe like 1 or 2 where the fire bats just plow through, you may be able to just end the game. Meanwhile, bottom middle did get scouted, instant Nidus. I love it. And Casper's going to try and deny it, but I don't think he's going to get there in time.
I love the little SCV that could, trying to take out that hatchery. It was a valiant effort, my dude. It's a metaphor for life right there. Oh, but yeah, the Nidus does come down. He's trying to get out there, doing anything to avoid having to fight this massive vessel count right now. Are we up to 6 yet? Maybe not quite, but he's producing them 2 at a time. So here we go, busting through. Oh, look at the Scourge. He gets 1 vessel, gets 2 vessels. There's 3 left, and one of them's a little bit damaged, but here come the Lings. He's busting through the static defense, but there's still 1 Sunken going to town. So much damage from those, and of course, Crackling's doing what Cracklings do. Crackling does, that's for sure. And now everything's gonna die here. Not the moment to go there for Casper, and Avi wrecks him.
And I thought for sure he was going to bust through there, but he doesn't have enough. Meanwhile, Marines have found an opening at mid-right, shuts down the Nidus, but there's already another lurker there, and they've stemmed down pretty low, so the Hydras can probably just clean them up. But Casper, he just constant rally to this natural. He wants to bust it so bad. Still has 5 vessels left over. Just needs to pick off these Defilers, and he may be able to finally break through. There's only 1 lurker and a couple of Lings.
Wait, where's that Marine? Oh yeah, there's 1 Marine that survived with literally 1 HP. Nice. Better send a bunch of Lings to go kill that guy. It's a Marine. This isn't an advertisement, by the way, guys, but just saying, they're pretty good. So now the bio moving down to the south side, not going to be effective at all. Going to run into lurker spines and die a horrible death. This is more like what it's like to be a Marine. Yep, that all dies. So sick.
Oh, Avilove stabilized mid-right. He's gotten his 4th up and running now with the Nidus. He started to mine the gas, which is the big deal. He upgraded for him. He's going to have to bust through armor. Oh, man. This time he's making use to the Dark Swarm, and Marines just vaporize.
Yeah, 17 minutes, Dark Swarm, killing it. But it's perfect usage, right? That combined between that and the Marines single file walking into lurker spines at the bottom, Casper just does not have that much. I mean, he's ahead in supply, but by like 10, 20, and it just doesn't matter right now. He has no way to go out and shut down these bases. He's remacroed up another bio ball just because he has, what is that, 9, 10 barracks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he's off 9 racks right now, so triple control tower starports too. So where are my BCs at?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. We could see a BC switch pretty soon. Vessel's still doing work. We saw a big plague hit a lot of army.
Oh, there it is! Gets the plague on all the science vessels.
This time, no Muta anywhere to pick them all off, and he's pulling a bit of an Ioken here. There's no medics at all.
Medics don't deal damage. They go kill stuff. Well, the plague does hit a lot of the Marines, so these Zerglings running through. Oh man, Crackling, they're so disgusting. Oh.
Yeah, that was a bit ambitious, especially with plague Marines, and as Terran now, being 130 supply when you have Zerg on 4 base, it's going to start becoming a nightmare. Meanwhile, drop at bottom middle. Again, pure Marines, so he's going to get cleaned up. But, I mean, Casper still has 4 base. He does need to desperately repair these vessels, though, because without them in commission, there's almost no chance of you being able to deal with a Zerg army.
Oh, wow. Casper wasn't even able to kill the extractor down at the 6 o'clock. Stays alive with 50 health, so totally ineffective drop down there. Really good reactions by Avi. He's been able to like take out Casper every single place he's been. I mean, half of that was Casper taking himself out by walking into lurker spines, but you know, you get the idea. And now he's going to coalesce in the middle of the map with 1 billion Zerglings. He's got Carapace for Ultras about to finish up. Defilers everywhere, lurkers everywhere. It's a sad day for the Terran army.
Yeah, and he's got some LZ Gamer macro coming on, so out of nowhere, he could definitely appear with mass ultras. He doesn't have the gas just yet, but he's got tons of minerals. Now we see Zerg starting to get a bit confident in their play, double expanding, taking bottom right, taking mid right also. But where are those vessels? Okay, here they come. How many is this? 9 vessels. This is so many vessels.
Backstab from the Zerglings, circumventing the Terran army, take out a big portion of it there at the near third, and even though the vessels are moving forward to try to get the irradiates off, like that's not the army. Oh, and his Marines are actually pretty clumped up, so if there's a Defiler somewhere, we could see a gigantic plague. Oh, Scourge hitting a few vessels too. Still 8 left over.
He got a couple vessels, but still has 9 left over. Big counterattack. Gonna wipe out a few SCVs, but Casper responded pretty well. He's got some bios just sitting. Oh, he's missed a few lings. He's too busy being aggro with the Marines on the other side of the map, and the whole mineral only gets wiped out.
Yeah, taking out that mineral only, obviously huge. There was a plague that went down on all the bios, so it's very, very low, draining that medic energy. So this is a very, very weak Terran army. The Scourge coming through to try to intercept the Science Vessel is going to get 1, going to get maybe 2, but look at the Zerglings. They're just going to plow through these Plague Marines, except they don't because they go in 1 by 1. So, nice.
He has so many vessels. He's just irradiating for days. Normally you see this and you're thinking, okay, well, Terran's just going to A-move at this point, but our Bio Ball has been dwindled down. And again, this rally point from Casper, it's at the
look at the eraser.
Which...
The drones are hiding in the Niduses to stop from getting erasered in the natural. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I missed that. I was just looking at the rally point for Casper. I mean, he's constantly been reinforcing, but if it was me, I would have missed those Marines all day, every day. So he's got a big army, and since the vessels are still alive, he's still got a fighting chance. But we've got to get more medics with this Marine ball.
Man, vessels in a dream. He's got 10 science vessels right now. I don't know if he was intentionally going into SK. I guess this is pretty SK. So the science vessels now zooming down to the bottom. Oh no! I hope he got Burrow or something, but probably not. Oh, hey, I see that metasynaptic node. We're getting us the Defiler energy. I want to just see crazy Defilers, because I think that's basically the only way you deal with this crazy vessel count.
Yeah, you've got to get a plague on them, and you've got to get a Mutalisk bounce onto all of the vessels. But Casper's found a weak point, or at least what he thinks is a weak point. Lurkers on the right side of the map. Meanwhile, he's getting counterattacked, and there is a Defiler mixed in. And with the vessels across the map, how are you ever going to deal with this Defiler?
You're not. Maybe the bio is able to take out this 3 o'clock base, but he's got to defend back at home too. Nice SCV block with a couple of bunkers on the high ground, so that's going to be enough to defend down there, but there's still a lot of bio, and of course that Defiler.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the Defiler to do something. It got a big plague on the natural reinforcements, but the vessels have come back, radiating those ultras and things. Really, there's not much left from the counterattack, but Casper did not get anything done at the mid-right.
Yeah, you're right. Man, this is such a... All of these games have just been so crazy. Well, here we go. Oh no, he Scourged the factory. All of his Scourge died to the factory when he was running into the natural. So once again, those science vessels are basically invincible.
Yeah, that could have been a lot of vessel kills for him right there, but it's all right because he's going to shut down this 4th base. Oh, another big plague. What did it just hit all the, or a lot of the vessels. Now he really wishes he had those Scourge, but still, Avilove with the big LZ Gamer bank. He's still on 6th base, still looking fine. But I mean, Casper is still okay. He's got 140 supply. It's not good that Zerg's at 170 though.
I mean, so look, Avi's in a great spot. Sometimes the APM gets down to like 150, and I'm like, it's that tiring part of late game where you really have to have the stamina to move through. Because there's a little bit of sloppiness from both players. Like, they're throwing away random units they don't need to. I really feel like Avi's got almost every base on the map. You box your units, so you do it. I remember watching a Day 9 daily on this. You put your units in the clumps, and then you just like box A move, box A move, box A, and so you can circumvent the hotkey limitation. But it's just not really doing that. I think he's more playing defensively, trying to defend all of his bases here, because attacking certainly isn't working out.
Well, even though Avilove has a lot of money, look at his gas. He's really gas starved. So to do the A move that you're talking about, I'm not so sure it would work because, I mean, Lings are good, but when you've just got so many Marines that can stem,
yeah,
it's going to be hard for pure Ling to make it through. Meanwhile, Casper, he just wants this base, man. Mid-right. It's got to die.
It's got to die, and he is going for it. I mean, he can irradiate each drone, okay? Like, he's just got insanity energy. Instead, he's erasering them. Oh my god, the humanity, or the, I don't know, it's Zerg, but that stuff. But hey, the counterattack coming in, Defiler included. Lift on the base here down at the, what is that, 7 o'clock location?
He sees that bottom middle. Didn't realize he's going to wipe out the 4th base of Avilove. Meanwhile, a big counterattack is going to wipe out Casper's 4th base, and he's really going to not be mining at that point. But his army is still really strong.
Yeah, absolutely very strong. These 2 BCs able to completely shut down 6 o'clock is gigantic. And now D-Matrices. Wait, did he D-Matrix and irradiate the battle cruiser?
Eraser on the battle cruiser.
Nice. You know, 20 years and I'm still seeing brand new stuff. But hey, look at the SEV pull going all the way into the main. Even though there's more BCs coming out, these Ultras are still getting quite a few SEV kills. I will say that maybe not the greatest matchup for the Zerg player, especially because there's a ton of bio on the high ground. But, you know, our boy Avi doing it. Except he's not. This will all die, and Casper is making a comeback in a big way.
Yeah, this is a really big comeback because both of the bottom base. Oh, look at the BCs. Can they take out the spores?
That D-Matrix, man, pretty good. Okay, one of the BCs is going to die to tanking 2 spores. And actually, they're all going to die to these spores. So the spores save the day. The drones get their revenge.
Oh, Casper. He's going to bust bottom right. But Avilove has other bases. But all of his drones died. So really, this is basically all the money he has. Well, yeah, in his main, he still has drones. But still, this is nuts. Casper, he needs to get a base, though. He's not mining. Oh no, he's losing all his SCPs.
Wait, so neither player has almost any workers?
Yeah, Casper just lost like all of them. Like, this is all of them. They're all gonna die to these Lings.
Yeah. Wow, so there's no workers for either player, basically. I guess there are a few drones. Most of them are mining gas. I'm just checking. There's idle workers, like you said, in the main. So you got to put those drones to use. That's actually so crucial that he gets those drones to work.
Well, we got triple D-Matrix Marines gonna try and bust down bottom middle.
Those are the boys that are invading Area 51 for sure. The D-Matrix Marine squad.
Yeah, BC's the top middle gonna shut down this hatch?
Yeah. Okay. Are we doing it? Wait, what happened to all those vessels? I guess they're still there, so just doing it on the ground is not going to work, although I guess you can't irradiate every Zergling. Oh my god. How is each game this beautiful and wonderful?
Yeah, this group is nuts. If either player had one more base, we would probably continue going, but I think Avilove's done it. We just don't have, we're out of money. We don't have any more Marines. We don't have SCVs. We've got battle cruisers, but Plague pretty good.
Man, when your parents told you you could be anything, and you were like, I want to be a game like this, they look at you like it's an astronaut, and you're like, you know, maybe stick to arts and crafts. But, you know, some people, they've got it in them to produce just the Vincent van Gogh of StarCraft games, man. We're painting some impressionist SC action here. I mean, there are battle cruisers there in the main. There's 2 BCs. So, in theory, they could just kill everything, but in practice, probably not.
D-Matrix. Plague. Plague doesn't care about D-Matrix.
Nope, still dealing damage. And boom goes the dynamite. That's it. GG. Casper taps out. And Avilove robs us of the rematch of the century. Casper, unfortunately, no choice parting words either. So, what a guy. He's reformed over the course of just one group stage.
Yeah, but that was crazy game. I thought for sure Avilove had it with the bank, but Casper, he's just everywhere, man. Just run out of money.
Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy. So many of our games have come down to just running out of money. It's like running out of money on 2 bases or running out of money on all the bases, or just because you lose all of your workers. I actually thought Casper was in a pretty good spot there for a second, but I guess he just didn't have enough defense. So Avi killing it with the A move there at the end.
Yeah, we were sorely lacking on the fire bats. There were so many fights. I'm like, dude, can we have some fire bats? We can kill this Zerg, but we never had fire bats. Just Marines all day long. Marine man. So a bit unlucky there, but now we're gonna have DN Max versus Avilove. It's gonna be a first Zerg versus Protoss.
Is it? Oh yeah, I guess it is. Wow, these groups are like all meshing together. So coming up, it's our last match of the night. Like you said, here are their stats. You can see DN Max is a little bit new to the BSL, but actually killing it, making it all the way to the qualifying match. Avilove has, of course, made it deeper in the tournament, but I don't know. DN Max has been playing very well, so I don't know if just on pedigree alone he'll be able to make it into the round of 16.
I've never seen DN Max ZVP, so don't know what to expect, but I'm ready. It's just power bond all day, baby.
Yeah, that's right. This is by far the most popular map in BSL. I don't blame them. It's new. It's wacky. Eventually, they will infest that command center.
Yes.
In the middle, but not yet. So, yep, I'm ready to go. Let's do it. Our last match of the night is going to be a Protoss versus Zerg on power bond. All right, here we go. Our final match of the night, and it is on power bond in the upper left-hand corner. In the teal, playing from Denmark, I believe. It's Avilove.
And in the top right, we've got a very deadly Protoss player. It is DN Max. You know, I always forget that there's that command center in the middle of the map, but I didn't forget yesterday. Someone reminded me because they infested my command center, but then they floated it in my base. But then somewhere else on the map, they dropped infested Terrans. I was like, what? How did you get this? Oh, because you infested the middle command center. So that gives you an idea of how crushed I got that game. I was not too thrilled with him.
Maybe it's one of those win more mechanics. It's like if you've dominated the game, then you can go there and get your infested Terrans out. Although it's actually really weird. The command center is on an island. So you actually have to infest it, make the infested Terrans on the island, and then lift them in a dropper overlord to get them out of there.
Yeah, or I mean, you can just lift it off and do that.
Oh, well. Hey.
Well, Rapid, we've got a non-aggressive opening. We're going to have our first Forge expand of the entire day. Avilove behind this has gone for 12 hatch. Now, because both players are in different regions, I don't know if this is a read from Avilove or if this is just his standard ZVP or if he's just feeling it on power bond, but this so far is pretty good. And the probe, does he want to go for cannons? No, it doesn't look like he's going to go for cannon. I'm surprised that DN Max, after scouting so fast, still builds the cannon.
Yeah, I mean, usually the information would be your defense at that point, right? But I guess, you know, there's some players that like live in light of the scars that they have experienced from other games. So, I mean, better safe than sorry. But I feel like this is the different. Oh, he cancels it. Nice. My man.
There we go. So he is going to get Nexus first, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And he's probably going to go Gateway before Cannon also. Really just skyrocket. And really the thing I'm looking forward the most is this going to be standard 230 gas or approaching that point, or are we going to have a third hatch somewhere? Okay, we're going to be building a third hatch. Is it going to be at the mineral only or at another base?
I mean, I would hope that it's at another base. I think that's probably the more preferable start, of course. Mineral only.
Now look at this. Avilove gas stole DNMax. So even though you got that fast Nexus, bro, you ain't getting fast tech. You're going to pay for your sins of not building that cannon.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Wow. Yeah, kind of rare that the drone can just waltz right on in there. He is now building the cannon, but it's a little bit too late now, isn't it? And he lets it finish instead of that cancel, recancel. But it is that third base at the mineral only instead of the main.
Yep, so still no gas for Avilove, which is a bit curious. We saw Nemu in last BSL use something like this, or at least so far it looks like that. It went 5 or 6 hatch before gas, and so far that could be what we're seeing. Now, not sure if this is in response to knowing that DNMax is not teching, or if this, again, is just a standard Avilove play, but so far so good for him. And DNMax is forced to take his gas at the natural, which is not ideal for him. He even has to transfer more probes if he wants to have perfect saturation. Okay, that's exactly what he was doing. I was hoping that he was going to do that, because really, that adds up. If you don't transfer, it's a big deal.
Yeah, the stupid thing about Brood War for stupid people like me is that there's so many things that are happening that are a big deal that have no indicator. Right? There's no like little number that like lights up and says, you've got too many workers here, transfer your workers. But it does actually make a super huge deal. And then things like the value of scouting, it's like there's no alert that says he just scouted this really important thing. So you really got to be on your toes. We've got 5 hatch coming out with the 4th and 5th just now thrown down at the front of the natural and 3rd. So we are going to be going up to that 5 hatch play. I feel like this is one of the first games we've really seen that from. Usually it's been 2 and 3 hatch for the majority of this group.
Yeah, really you're going for the standard 235 gas, going into whether it's Hydra or Muto or this 973 that Zero's innovated. But yeah, you never see this. But meanwhile, Zealot has gotten across the map. And Avilove seems to be shocked by it because he just now started Lings. Oh, really good control on the drones, getting a probe and not losing any drones.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, we have Area Door here, and if you have to pick somebody with good drone control, I mean, I would imagine it'd be him. But no, it's Avi keeping everything alive, even though the Lings are maybe a little bit late. Yeah, I don't blame him for being surprised about how Zealots make it across the map. I mean, yes, they do have legs, but you don't really expect them. Oh, nah. Right as we were congratulating him on drone control, he's going to lose like 2-3 drones to 1 Zealot. 3 drones to 1 Zealot.
Well, these Zealots did work now because he got another drone. And there's a second Zealot that was at the 3rd that killed 2 Lings and killed 2 drones. And now, okay, he is going to kill this other Zealot, but there's another Zealot just waiting to pop any drones coming to the 3rd base. So, oh wow, we've just gone straight into Citadel. I just realized that. It's going to be Zealot, man.
I don't blame him. Like, he's killed, like, what is that, 6-7 drones by now? I think it's like 6 drones. So... maybe it's 5, I don't know, but it's a large number, and obviously this is just terrible news. There's still no mining at the 3rd base at all, thanks to that Zealot. Wow, I did not expect DNMax to get such a simple advantage.
Yeah, and just like in the Area Door games, this is pretty much perfect timing with +1 lining up with speed. He's going to have about 10 Zealots or so with +1. He's already done catastrophic damage in terms of forcing Lings, killing drones. And again, there's no lair, so it's not like DNMax is under any threat of getting countered by mutas or anything like that. It's just Lings at this point, and he's not even going to be afraid of Hydras once he has +1 in speed.
Just goes to show, if you're the kind of player that gets frustrated or flustered whenever your opponent does something that's really annoying, like Manor Pylon, or like that gas steal, it's not actually game over or anything super stressful. Look at what DNMax did. He made a bunch of Zealots and he killed a bunch of drones. So take that, gas stealing trash Zerg. It's not always the a game over. Now it's the Storm about halfway done. Man, DNMax is in a great spot.
Yeah, really good response from DNMax in this game to make it messy after the initial gas steal. I saw these drones pop in the third, and I thought, oh no, a disaster. Okay, he just instantly picks off 2 drones for free.
Come on.
Looks like these Zealots are going to die, but there's a Zealot attack into the natural, and Avilove's got to manage what's more important is to defend the natural, defend the third base.
He's going to kill the Sunken with just those last 2 Zealots, and now he's even going to get more. Oh my goodness, these Zealots, look at the stutter step micro on this. Actually amazing. Literally fantastic God mode units. Oh my god, that's insane. And now 5 Zealots survive, 1 for each of the arms, legs, and heads of Exodia, the ultimate Protoss attack force. Now going to kill off the Evo chain. Is there anything these can't do?
Yeah, Evo goes down, not that it was upgrading anything, but a nice pickoff, and there's not enough to stop these Zealots, so this third hatch is going to go down.
Hey Nyoken, how many different types of attacking units do you need to win a game as Protoss?
You just Zealot. Well, I mean, it's the same for Zerg, you just need Hydras, but this game, Zealots are doing work.
Yeah, no, this is insane. DNMax, like, he's got, like, Bonneth, like, has his eyes rolled back in his head, like, warging into the bodies of each one of these Zealots, controlling them individually or something. It's like the King Beyond the Wall or whatever. This is so sick to watch. These Zealots, like, they've got, like, twice as much APM as most human players. So much damage done, kills off the hatchery, all the drones gone, so many dead Hydras, and it's just Zealots. It's just minerals he's using. This is crazy.
And still no lair for Avilove. He's pretty much all in at this point. Well, he's taking a 5th base, but probably his best chance to try an all in. But DNMax would be ready for that. He's already got 4 Templars done. They're building up energy. He's got Storm already completed, and he's starting to build Dragoons. So a counterattack probably wouldn't have worked out. But
well, I was expecting something like a tech switch, right? Where you go into like Mutas, right? So Zealots obviously not good against Mutas. You run across the map, you circumvent the cannons. There are pretty well placed cannons here, and there is Storm, so maybe you got to be careful. But there's no chance for any counterattack because he's just so like he's taking so much damage. He has to put so much effort into defending.
Yeah, Muta switch could have been fantastic, but unfortunately we have no lair, so that's not even a possibility.
Oh god, I forgot. Holy cow. I just expect that, you know, by 10 minutes you're going to have a lair somewhere.
Yeah, like DNMax has just done such a good job with these Zealots, and now he's reaching that death ball. The first Dragoons have come out. He's got 6 gate. He's doing exactly what you should do. He's got his Robo coming out. He's got a 3rd base. He anticipates Lurkers, but Lurkers are nowhere near coming out. Still no lair. We started upgrades, which are good, but Protoss already has +1. He's going to have +1 armor too, so he's going to have 1-1 in about 30 seconds, and we're already doubling supply, so this is going to be probably lights out for Avilove.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of comeback from this. I mean, obviously, hello? Hello, please respond. Yes, hello, Nyoken. I think we did. Well, I don't think we lost Nyoken. I know exactly where he is, but he unfortunately cannot communicate with us. What is that? Nyoken. So, you know, when you're sitting at your computer table and you're just like, you're really wiggly, you know, you're really enjoying the StarCrafts, but your foot reaches over subconsciously and it hits the off switch on your power bar, unplugs your computer. Maybe Nyoken's got like this secret little brother we never knew of that like ran in and turned off his machine. I don't know what's going on here, but I can't wait to hear the story because these are the final moments of our last game of the night. I mean, I don't mind pausing and taking a break to get him back here or just finishing this up. I guess, yeah, there's like, you know, not that much more. So I'm going to make the executive decision to go ahead and keep going. So let's see what happens in this fantastic game. I'm guessing it's not going to go Avilove's way, but we'll find out. And if Nyoken comes back in the middle, well, too bad. Let's see if Nyoken's like in chat on his phone. Because this is not the first time this has happened. I remember casting with Nyoken, I think it was last season, where he dropped in the middle of a game too. Maybe we just have this is a tradition, a BSL tradition for Nyoken. Oh, well. Okay, well, anyway, we're going to see a massive attack here from DNMax. He's got Storm, Stormy boys, Psyblade boys. Like, we've just got everything. We've got even dead Zealot boys that have come back in Dragoon bodies. Everything is going to die here. Nothing will survive. Huge storms on the Hydras. Jeez Louise, this is terrible. So everything's going to die down here and then everywhere else. This is like War of the Worlds. They kill you one place, and then another one, and then another one. And yeah, he actually still has like 2 storms left over in this army too. So good luck. Yeah, Avi getting completely dominated. And this is all because he just had to sneak that drone past and go for the gas steal. Like, you could have just left it alone, but now you had to die to Zealots. You chose your own untimely demise. Now, there are quite a few Hydras here, and he did snipe the High Templar, so that's going to be annoying. But there are quite a few DTs coming out now. There's more High Templars at the inner third base above that, so... this is like, it's cool to see Avi holding on here with a bunch of Hydras, but like eventually DN Max will build more units. So that at that point, Avi might be having a little bit of trouble again. He's trying to go up to lair finally. This is going to be the ye olde 15-minute lair timing. And he is going to get at least 1-1, which will finish up here pretty soon. So Avi's got like 1 move and a dream. We'll see if he can do it. He's not bringing Overlords with this army either, so there are DTs out. Good luck with that. Oh, look, the DT's being dropped into the main right now. Oh my god. Oh god. Not like this. This is exactly that switch moment from the Matrix where she gets unplugged. She just looks at the camera and goes, not like this. This is how it goes. All right, every drone dying in the main base. Oh my god, this is actually, he's gonna lose the spawning pool now. There's Zealots being elevated in by this shuttle. Oh my god, this is terrible. And now he realizes he has no drones in the main, so it's gonna be a yikes for me. Whew. Well, he's even gonna lose the main hatchery now, maybe. Oh gosh. So he pulls all of his attacking units back to try to defend. Unfortunately, you can't defend without detection against Dark Templar. So the Slover Lord's not gonna get there in time. Everything dies in the main, and now everything will die everywhere else. He actually just rebuilt 2 hatcheries at the third base, which will now pop and die immediately. Such a sweet life, gone too soon. So that's gonna be it for the third base. For the main base, does he have Storm yet? Yeah, he's got plenty of Storm. There's 1, there's 2. Actually wound up storming most of his Zealots here, but yeah, this is not gonna be it. Wow. Crazy. DN Max, even off of just that first 5 Zealot hit squad, so much damage being done. More storms blanketing the Hydras in the warm, toasty embrace of psionic lightning. Well, that's gonna be it. Damn, DN Max, the underdog of the group, the guy that has never played in BSL officially before, coming in, taking out some legends we thought would advance, and now, yeah, gonna advance on to the round of 16. Very, very surprising, at least for me. I did not expect this, but can't fault him. The Peruvian God moving on to the round of 16. Congratulations to DN Max for advancing on, along with SPX, of course. Actually, super impressive. So the Peruvian hope is alive. We got Terror in there. We got, or I guess South American hope. I'm just going to categorize everybody. We've got Terror. We got DN Max now advancing on. Really, really well played, too. I was so impressed by his control there with those Zealots. So, unfortunately, Nyoken will not be rejoining us for the anticlimactic end of this, which means that, wow, I'm actually very zoomed in. I'm going to get back from my computer here a little bit. Okay, all right. I'm getting smaller, guys. No. Anyway, congratulations to the players that advanced today from groups C and D. Let me get a recap up here really fast. Refresh, because it's been a very long day. It's been Eon Zerg, Castro, SPX, and DN Max at the end. So it's a good day to be. Okay, so there's going to be a score overlay update thing. And I just want to point out, actually, to give you a little bit of a teaser, there's been at least one Peruvian player to advance out of each group of the BSL. We had Terror advancing out of Group A, then we had Gosu Dark advancing out of Group B, and now today we've got Castro advancing out of Group C, and DN Max advancing out of Group D. So this is like, with Sith, there must, two there must be. But now there must be one Peruvian player advancing out of each group. So Group E, which is coming up next, we've got La Abuela, who is in a very difficult group. But hey, there's a rule. We have to get a Peruvian player out of each group. So I don't know. Maybe that's the case. And so you can see everybody that advanced out of today's games. Hope you all enjoyed the games. I promise Naokin did not leave because he didn't enjoy the games. The games were actually fantastic, especially Group D. Just had the dumbest games. They were so much fun to watch. So congratulations, DN Max, SPX, Eon Zerg, Castro, and everyone else that's qualified on to the round of 16. So that's going to do it for today's games. A huge thanks to everyone who tuned in and supported the BSL. This is made possible by viewers like you. So a big thanks for all the support. We had over 300, almost 400 viewers watching Group C and D today. So keep it up, guys. You are the sickest. If you want to keep up with the BSL, you can do that by following the BSL on Twitter at Bombastic Star. You can also follow them on Facebook at Bombastic Star League. You can follow them on Patreon and donate if you are so inclined at patreon.com/bombastic. And you can also check out the BSL VODs on YouTube, which it has the link in chat. It's youtube.com/user/didxzzz, or just 3 Z's. But just click the link in chat and check that out. And you also we also post the VODs on Twitter as well. So twitter.com/bombastic star is the place to go. You can also follow Naokin on Twitter at the Naokin, and me on Twitter at rapidcasting, Zero on Twitter at ZZZ0. And of course, make sure to follow the BSL stream here at twitch.tv/ZZ0PL. I think I got all the plugs out there, but a huge thanks to everyone working behind the scenes, Foxhan, Hatchet, Awerdy, Fuji, everybody out there who's helped out. I think we had this sick new BSL intro by Age, so it's just been a team effort. Love to see the community coming together for such an amazing day of games. The BSL is back and better than ever, so thank you for watching this week of games. We'll be back next week, same BSL time, same BSL channel, with even more amazing StarCraft Remastered action. So thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. Have a great morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are.